Liverpool, Jota! Liverpool! David Jota! Come on!
Yeah, let's just take the point away and
They're still in Liverpool, man.
Found Robertson. Robertson pulls it back. 10-0. Goal!
Good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, whenever you guys watching back this video. Liverpool Football Club 3, Manchester City 1, Liverpool champion of the Community Shield. And a lot of people, listen, this game don't mean nothing. It's a preseason game, but I am so happy Liverpool take home the Community Shield for over 16 years. Last time we win it, we beat Chelsea 2-1. Rafa Benitez was the manager, and it's good to see Liverpool winning a silverware before the season starts. Who flopped today? Erling Haaland. Wow, we're going to talk about it, people. I am going to call up some people tonight on the show live. So some Liverpool fans, so you guys can get a feedback on how Liverpool play and all of them stuff there. So big up Nunez, the top man at Liverpool right now, wearing a number 27 shirt. It's going to be a pretty good season for him. I can tell you that. Watching him today, he look hungry, he passionate, he want to prove the Twitter fans them wrong. Liverpool made the right signing. Diaz. Ruben Diaz. Not the one from Manchester City. The real one. Alright. Without further ado, people, let's bring on my guest, Jersey Boy. Good evening. How are you? You mute.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, it was an interesting game, Ryan. We shot the rival fans up. You know, people have been shitting on Nunez so much, bro. But here's the thing with the City fan, just so you guys get this. You've been shitting on Nunez missing really good chances where he had defenders around him. Haaland had Adrian lying down, no defenders, no midfielders. There were literally no one in front of him. He missed it from 1 or 2 yards and hit the crossbar. So all I'm going to say is, please don't talk shit about Nunez when you have Haaland doing that. And I think Haaland's going to do bits this season, but come on, don't shit on Nunez. For all the rival fans, for City fans, Haaland went from 2 yards and Nunez scored the winner and got the penalty. Nunez was absolutely fantastic today. Proud of him.
Super excited for the new season. Liverpool play away in the Premier League against Fulham. I'm looking forward to see that one. But we want to dissect this game, Jersey Boy, and I think many of the opponents' fans counting out Liverpool this season out of the Premier League. And I wonder what they say now. I know it's preseason and I know it's early, but based on Jurgen Klopp team selection today, that show you that Jurgen Klopp want to go all out for this trophy, right? And I believe this year Liverpool going to win the Premier League, right? I think watching Manchester City today, as I said, it's preseason. Watching Manchester City today, they don't look good. The team still adjusts how Alan play up top. It's going to be a different Manchester City team. Not saying I'm not going to get it right, but how long it's going to take them to figure it out. Pep Guardiola is a genius coach. Anything can happen. But I am not counting on this Manchester City team. They're going to be fantastic this season, but I think it's going to take a little bit of a while for them to adjust to Alan. All right? But Liverpool is here to stay, man. Jersey boy, take me through the game from minute one.
Quickly, all I'm going to say is my stance hasn't changed on who wins the league. But all I'm going to say is City have no depth in the wingers position, bro. After Mahrez, who is there? Palmer. Or they're going to play our position. I think it's going to be very, very close, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I like being proved wrong, and I don't think it's me being negative saying the Liverpool City are going to win the league because that's more realistic. But I like being the underdog, and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope we prove the rival fans wrong, and we absolutely win the league comfortably.
So Jersey boy, based on what you see. Ryan,
quickly, let me go through the first half. So,
well, before you get into that, before you get into the game, I want to ask you a few things, Jersey boy. You said we're not going to win the league, right? And the depth in the Manchester City team is limited right now. We know that a few more weeks left before the transfer window close. But big man thing, Jersey boy. When you look at this Manchester City team, remember they lose Sterling, a key player, who score over 100 goals.
I think they should have kept Sterling. I don't know what
they lose Jesus. They haven't replaced. I think they replaced Jesus, but they haven't replaced Sterling and Jack Grealish. Yet to prove to me that he worth 100 million.
Grealish was
a fantastic player, but he's not living up to expectation. He find it so difficult to, and this is what I love about Jurgen Klopp team and Jurgen Klopp system. When I look at Liverpool, it's more easy for a player to come in Liverpool system and hit the ground running. For Manchester City, it takes a lot of time. Jack Grealish, I know him cannot secure in Manchester City, Pep Guardiola system, right? Let's be fair. But when I look at theirs, fantastic in the Liverpool system. Almost, probably roughly ago, couple months, or 8 months now at Liverpool. Nunez looking fantastic in the system. Elliott look fantastic in the system. But at Manchester City, it takes so long for players to get up to the speed of Pep Guardiola's system. What do you think causes that, Jersey boy?
I think the problem is, Ryan, is that we're so used to playing with our striker, right? But the reason is I think that we know that when Klopp makes a signing, bro, it's like 90% that it's a good signing. I don't think Klopp goes for a signing unless he knows this person right here is going to fit in like a glove. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that Haaland's not going to fit in, but he's so used to playing with our striker that I think, for example, today, I think today was a bit to do with Pep Guardiola's tactics because he was playing Haaland very deep, bro. And Haaland, like those times that Grealish and Mahrez were putting balls in the box, bro, Haaland was still in midfield. Yeah. He's nowhere near the box. He's a poacher. He's supposed to be in the box ready.
But even that Jersey boy, when Alan break behind the Liverpool defense, City turn back the ball. When Bernardo Silva get the ball to play in that true pass there, he turn it back.
They kept going backwards, bro. They kept going backwards.
Even when Jack Grealish squared the ball inside the box with Alan and Virgil van Dijk in there, Jack Grealish pass it back. So City used to playing it out as striker, right? For almost 12 months or 18 months. And now they get Alan. Not saying Alan going to flop, but it's going to take them a little while to get up to speed to Erling Haaland play. You understand? Because see that City is not going to be easy from them. And what they don't want, Liverpool fly out of the block this season. Because we know that when Liverpool fly out of the block early, win 6-8 game on a bounce, City still cannot afford to still playing catch up, because with so many players leave City, it's going to be a chaos for them. I believe that it's going to be a chaos for them.
Yeah, 100%. There's another thing I want to talk about. I don't want to disrespect him that much, but there's one player, right, that for a while I've been watching, and that I think is a little bit overrated, and that he's not been playing good for Manchester City, and that's Ruben Dias. Bro, Ruben Dias today was absolutely fucking awful for Manchester City. Gave away a penalty, a blatant handball, and was part for the third goal as well. Listen, I'm not saying he's a bad defender. I think he's one of the top, but I think Ruben Dias has to play with John Stones. And Nathan Ake was the better of the centre backs today for Manchester City. I think Nathan Ake was the better defender out there. But going into Liverpool, bro, we just look more like it. And there's another thing I want to mention is that this is not an excuse for Manchester City, but it is one thing that I don't understand what City do. City never have a lot of pre-season games. Haaland only played against Bayern Munich, and that is it. And then today, and they've only had 2 pre-season games. But all the other teams, even United, Chelsea, have had 3 or 4 pre-season games. City are the only ones who barely have any. That's really stupid, bro. Because then when the season comes, their players are going to have no fitness. I don't get it, bro. They're going to have 3 pre-season games, and then they're going to play against West Ham.
But remember, Jersey Boys, similar thing Pep Guardiola do last year. And this is that's why I'm always tell you, City always finish the season stronger than Liverpool, because City player them is not to burn out. If you realize it, last season them do it, they don't play much game. Them take them time, get into the groove. Them not peak too early, while Liverpool always peak when it reach January, February. And when them finish the season strong, them find it difficult. That's because City play less game and they don't fit as the get-go. I believe they're supposed to. The more game you play, that's when you're supposed to get fit. I don't believe you're supposed to go into the season 100% sharp. You understand? And remember, you bring up a great point, Jersey Boy, about people, if you're watching this area, City fans, this is just analyzing Manchester City, right? But you talk about Ruben Dias. He have been making a lot of mistakes. He make it in the Champions League against Real Madrid, right?
He caused the penalty that knocked them out.
Yeah, and then him come back today and cause a penalty. I believe Laporte going to be very, very crucial for Manchester City. But
and he's out for 2 months as well.
Yep. And
for me, Ryan, it's John Stones, but for some reason he does not play John Stones, Pep.
Yeah, Demo said, remember you when?
Yes, but at the time,
you were excellent too.
I was telling the truth, but Ruben Dias since that season has gone downhill.
Yeah, that's true, Demo, that's true.
So maybe he had a 1 season. Yeah, it was a 1 season wonder. I don't know. I think Ruben Dias is still class, but today, bro, he had the absolute stinker.
Yep. Definitely, but Jersey Boy, people, the phone line is open. I know many of you guys don't have the number.
Do you want me to go through the first half, like, or is it going to?
Yeah, go through the first half, Jersey Boy.
So what I liked about the first half, was we kicked off fast, literally first attack straight down the side. Brilliant balls by Fabinho and Thiago and Mohamed Salah. Salah then gets a shot, scintillating. We were looking very good, and obviously every time City came forward, we countered them out. Great defending. We were just really good in that first half. Salah was very, very good. And then obviously we could talk about that absolute ridiculous strike by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Shot which hit Ake's head. But I think even if it hit Ake's head, doesn't hit Ake's head, I think it still goes in. So fantastic goal by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And the first half, we were just demolishing them in the first half. And the second half, City got back into it. But we showed them what's boss. You know, Alvarez scored a tap-in. I first thought it was offside, but it was onside and it was not a foul. So it was a perfectly legit goal by Manchester City. But it was, I would say, Adrian did what he needed to do. It's just unfortunate the ball slipped from Adrian's hands. And then Matip didn't make the tackle. Then obviously, the most blatant penalty on earth, I think, if they didn't give that penalty, it would be robbery of the highest order. You can't be going up, where Nunez is a header, do this, hit the hand here, while looking at your own hand, and that's not a penalty. That is 100% a penalty. Playing a penalty. And then, of course, everyone's calling Nunez shit, whatever. Nunez comes on diving header to make it 3-1. Fantastic. And then Haaland gets the easiest chance of the entire game and somehow hits the crossbar. But very, 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 very good game by Liverpool. I've got to give a shout out to Trent, Virgil, Thiago Fabinho, Nunez, Salah. But also, Ryan, here's something to take into account, Ryan. Have you noticed, and since Salah signed his contract, he's back to the first half season Salah?
That's what we want from Mohamed Salah, the king of man.
Against Leipzig, bro, he was involved in every single goal today.
Yep.
First goal, assist. Second goal, scored. Third goal, pass it to Robbo to pass it to Nunez. Salah is back. He's back.
And this is all we're asking for. We pay him the big bucks. He's going to step up. And I believe, say, if Salah continue on the farm doing right now at Liverpool, I believe he's going to be one of Liverpool's greatest players of all time. I believe he's going to smash all the records at Liverpool. I think when Mohamed Salah, if he can continue, do not miss many games. If Salah can continue, put the ball in the back of the net, not missing many chances. If him can stay injury-free for the rest of him career at Liverpool, I believe him can smash that record. And he don't get a lot of injuries. A player that very fit, compulsory when Salah out in that one game. And he's hungry to play every single game. And what I love about Salah game, him overall game, he's getting better at creating assists. Salah is no longer, if him not score, him not play good. Now Salah I make impact. Individually, Salah is getting better at Liverpool. And I am proud of Mohamed Salah. I like how Mohamed Salah getting in him own, getting in him groove, because I think we to win in this Premier League, Mohamed Salah have to be fantastic. Right? And a lot of people don't understand when we say Liverpool going to win the league, you know. I'm not saying Jersey boy, because as a Liverpool fan, I never hear Jersey boy come out and say, yo, Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. The moment Jersey boy start to get confident and say, yo, like how me confident, the moment Jersey boy let out that feelings in the atmosphere, that's the moment when Liverpool going to take the Premier League by storm. Right? But Jersey boy, I hear you talk a lot of praises. They give Liverpool a lot of praises. What are some of the weaknesses or what are some of the things they don't like what they see Liverpool do today?
I think it was a lot to do with I think a few of it was from Adrian, from Adrian it wasn't his kicking, because we're always worried about his kicking, but his kicking was good today. Most of his balls found every player, or if not, he just put it out. Because remember against Atletico Madrid, he didn't care, he put it out and he found a player, Atletico player. Today he didn't. Today is either if he can't find a player, he puts it out for a throw-in. Very well done by Adrian. Very good save. But for me, it's he made the save, but then let go. He needs to make the save and hold the ball because
Yeah, definitely.
he doesn't hold the ball enough, and then it causes Alvarez to score. And he makes a save against Foden, lets Holland have a tap in, which he misses. So I would say that. Another negatives was at some points we let City in too easily. But I have real negatives today, bro, because Liverpool were 99% good. They just were too good.
Trent was good today, man. In frame, if you look
Good
at
defensively, good attacking. But I have no negatives.
Yeah.
Even Adrian, it's hard to say negative about Adrian because Adrian
He
was
improved.
one of the main reasons why we
bit
didn't
improved.
lose. Quickly, Marcel, I do have confidence in my team, but it's not because I said we will win the league. It's because I'm being realistic. But I like being proved wrong.
Okay. So, all right. I was talking about Trent or improved Trent is not in playing, but physicality. If you look at him physicality,
is he bold? Bro, he looks like he's bulked.
Yeah, you have to put on a little bit of size.
Bigger muscle.
Frame, as the year go by, I'm going to get a little bit more stronger. He might get more experience. Remember, this man has won every single thing at Liverpool Football Club, And big up to Jurgen Klopp. Sir Jurgen Klopp. He has done great thing at Liverpool. No other Liverpool manager has ever done that. Doing every single thing. Alright? Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Community Shield, Super Cup, and World Championship. That's the FIFA Club World Cup. So, big up to Jurgen Klopp. I believe that this Liverpool team is going. I think they're more hungry for more success this season. And Elliot, he come on, he lit a little bit good. And I think
Carvalho,
come on.
He's too good, man. I'm telling you, this is clip me now. I think Carvalho is going to be the next Coutinho for this team.
Wow, bro. He's good, bro.
Baller.
Every time I tell people, say he's going to be the wild card for Liverpool. Every single time he pick up the ball, he look like he can do things. Things will happen. He can use him left, he can use him right, and I'm very, very confident. You understand? I'm very, very confident. And if we continue like this, Jersey boy, I believe that I will look more solid, right? We don't play against City. They create a lot of opportunities. City will create opportunity. Two very good teams.
They always do, bro.
Yes. So we have to give them credit. They create opportunity. But Adrian came up big today. Adrian could have do a little bit more better. But nevertheless, all we ask from Adrian, not to give us 100%, but even give us 65%. And 65% is good enough. I can live with that. People, smash the like button. Share your thought down in the comment section. So, Jersey boy, I have a few people I'm going to call and think about the game today. So,
okay. Quick, I was gonna say
you can't ask people them question now, so them can't hear you and you can't hear them. So I fix it.
All right, cool.
Good evening, sir.
Good night.
How are you doing?
Good evening, bro.
Yes,
I'm
man.
doing just fine.
Yes, man. Congratulations to you and Liverpool to win the Community Shield. I'm live right now. And talk to me about the game. How you feel?
Yeah, basically, it was a well-fought game. Liverpool was actually at the start. I know when Liverpool is going to have a good game, because when Liverpool start and they are up in your face, it's going to be dangerous. At about 25 to 30 minutes, you understand, Liverpool was all up in City's face. City were they actually kick the ball outside. Sometimes they don't make those mistakes, and I realize that something is in the making there. It was an overall intense game. City had some portion of the game, you understand. I mean, after the 32nd minutes, City was actually in control, you understand, but they were knocking the ball around. They didn't have much great chances. Unlike Alan got a chance where he but it was straight to the goalkeeper. So it's not like they are dominating anything. That's not the City that I know. But the thing is that if you realize now they lose two vital players, you might say City side is very deep. Yes, we know. But guess what? They lost Sterling and Jesus, you understand? It's and Zinchenko. Those men are serious men and they can impact games. You understand? The City midfield were just playing the ball around and sometimes they throw him at the ball. They weren't the same as
usual.
As usual, you understand? Because City people understanding the style of play, people just leaving them to get the ball.
Hold on, you're they close to the fan? You're they close to your fan?
All right, yeah, I know.
Yeah, go ahead now, because we kind of hear a look of feedback. I think you're there close to the fan, but we hear it look much more better.
Man. Yeah, man, it's like we were allowing City to play the ball back. They were playing the ball back for a while, and City don't do that. City actually press it, but we were all up in their faces. They had the ball for little periods, yes, but we were up in their faces, and that is very good. So sometimes persons might be watching preseason and say, boy, Liverpool not ready. No, Liverpool is a big game team, and then we went to start push to the top. You understand? So basically, everybody was saying, Mane can win situation. When Coutinho left, win situation, and we win a lot of trophies without Coutinho. Yeah. And now Mane left. I mean, it's a great loss, but guess what? This little youth named Darwin, when Klopp finished with him.
Oh, good you think him is?
Telling you. Honestly, because he's in a new team and he's not totally settled. Right now, he's scoring 5 goals in gone so far, so I'll give him a 7 out of 10 for now. Working on his control and his total composure on the finish, because it's a new team, and it's a new league. Unlike Alan didn't do anything today. He scored more goals in preseason than Alan. Yes, and so look, you don't right have the young man. I mean, I watch clip with him. He's always in the right place at the right time. Look here, he could have easily scored a hat-trick today.
True.
Waiting him to save one and him hit the ball. I mean, that header was a downright header, so supposed to score. And then he scored that one. But guess what? If he missed 2 or 3 chances, he'll score 1 or 2 out of it. And that is impressive enough. Again, that is impressive enough. I mean, it's going to be deadly, man. You understand? As long as you find the right club. Thiago was playing good. I think Henderson get a little leggy after a while. Yeah. And I think we should actually inject Carvalho to take the man. And Elliot and Carvalho to take the man, because guess what? Those little youths can pull the string. We have to trust them. Those young men can make the pass. Carvalho is a passer. He's a skillful player. You understand? Right now, we're not rolling back. Let him go. Let them go, man.
For sure.
It was a very good game. I mean, City will have the ball in, but it was a very good game.
Yeah. Jersey boy, you have any question for me, Makala? So, my boss, I want you to give Jersey boy a little bit more confident, you know. You understand? I think this season.
Oh my God, Ryan! Stop, bro. Stop us saying that I'm confident. I'm
Jersey boy.
Confident, bro, but I just.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Stop saying I'm negative.
Jersey boy.
Jersey boy. Yeah, hear him?
Yes.
Jersey boy. I've been a Liverpool fan for all my life. Let me tell you something. If Liverpool is down, I'm down with them. Look here, I had no negativity today. In Klopp, we trust. You understand? Look here, I mean, your blood is red, you know. But guess what? We need an additional red, which is what? Which is the red blood of Liverpool in combination with your blood that you have. That's danger. I don't have any other team. I just watch good football. Some man have team in the English league. Some man have team in the Bundesliga. Look here, one team, and it's Liverpool. Look here, today my brother is in the States, and he remind me, and he said, look here, he tell his daughter, say, My brother is always playing football. Always playing football. The first Christmas present I got was a football boots and a ball. Liverpool in club we trust. I remember from Ian Rush and them Monday. Liverpool is a team, you can't write them off.
Yeah. But big brother,
boy, trust the team.
Big brother, me I go catch up with you back after the show done. Me I go give you back a call and think. I go call some few more people. All right.
Yeah, man, blessings, man. Me there, man. I'm big up both for me, you know.
Yeah, man. I will definitely do that, man.
Yeah, man. So I don't know if you said blessings, man.
Blessings.
There's a boy, big up yourself.
All right. Big up, Virgin. How many games Alan play for City?
Wait. Never foul. I recognise Never foul.
Never foul. You don't know him, Jersey boy?
No, I said I recognise him.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber like us. He is on the terrace.
I know he is. There's been a few times I've seen him get angry with a bit angry with Callum, but boy, come on, it's football banter, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get angry with you, bro, because you keep fucking saying that I'm negative, bro. But
who is that? Me?
You.
No. I'm saying I want it to be more
season, bro. Remember, you mean it made me cry, bro, because they call me negative.
No, man. Don't worry about it.
This season, there's no bullshit. You're gonna listen to me, or I'm going to reveal your dark secrets. Okay, all right, sir. So big up to all of the people them down in the comment section. Alan played 2 games against Bayern Munich and Liverpool. No,
but
he's not wrong, bro. Mohamed had no game time, but I don't think any game time does not excuse missing from 2 yards.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'll tell you this now. If Nunez had done what Haaland did today, he would be
roasted on Twitter.
But it wouldn't be a roast. He'd be murdered on Twitter.
True. But listen, I give City a lot of credit, you know. But do you believe? I think him is a City fan.
Yeah, he is a City fan. Yeah,
he's a City fan. Me give Chelsea, me give City a lot.
What's that? Why are you pausing?
Yeah, no, I read something down in the comment section. Nah, me and Jersey boy good, man. Me and Jersey boy good.
No, it's Daps. It is Daps. I knew the second he was ready, it was Daps. No, as I said, Daps. It happens. I lose my shit with people too. It is football.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get indie emotions. So there's nothing wrong with getting once in a blue moon having a heated argument. I'll have a heated argument with my buddy brother. So.
Okay.
But Daps, keep it up, bro. Keep it up. One of the realest, best City fan channels out there. So keep it up, man.
Big brother, we have to do some work, okay? We have to do some.
Definitely have to get Daps on, bro. I know you're busy, bro. Oh shit, Daps. I'm so sorry to hear that, bro. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah, that pass away. Wow.
I'm sending you all the love, Daps, bro. If you ever need to talk about anything, I'm here to speak, bro. I'm sorry that you've had to experience something like that, bro. And all the best to you and your family. And I'm really sorry you've had to go through a loss like that, bro. Really, I'm sorry. So yeah, if you still need to talk about anything, I'm here 24/7 on Discord or YouTube. It's really kind of hard thing to go through, so I totally understand. But
yeah. I need
no one's taking number 10. I think that's for Bellingham next summer. I think if Bellingham comes in at 10.
Yeah. But listen, this is going to be a very interesting season and I'm looking forward to see Liverpool taking on Fulham come this weekend. It's going to be a tricky Premier League season, but one thing I want people to understand. Do not count out Liverpool. All right?
No, 100%.
City is not
people were putting us yesterday. People were putting us bloody third.
Bro, I watch something and people have Liverpool to come 5th because of no signing.
Yeah, fourth official said Tottenham were going to win the league by February. That made me laugh, bro. Bro, legit, bro. No, legit. If Liverpool City didn't win the league, Tottenham win the league, I'd be super happy for them. But they need more signings, bro. They're not going to win the league.
Demo J, welcome to the show. Good evening.
It's Demo.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys?
I'm doing good, man. Are you happy with that victory today?
Listen, I hope that as a glorified friendly. I didn't even watch the game. I'm not too interested in the Community Shield. So I actually didn't even watch the game. I saw the highlights, but I wasn't too fussed about whether we lost or whether we won. I'm not too fond of Community Shield, so I'm not excited. I'm excited that the guys scored and they're looking good for the game against Fulham. But if we had gotten injured in that game, I would be fuming. I'd rather rest all the starters than play the Fulham game than put out the strong players in the Community Shield.
Send him link. I don't know how to reach that. So.
Yeah, go ahead, Dimo.
Yeah, but congrats. Yeah, but congrats to the guys. Congrats to Klopp. He's now won every single trophy in England. So yeah, big up to Klopp. But I'm not too fussed about it.
So Dimo, all right. You say you didn't watch a game, right? I'm going to let you know.
No, but I saw the highlight.
You see the highlight. What do you think about Diaz?
Diaz or Nunez?
Nunez. Because my mind changed from him right now, you know.
Well, no, my mind hasn't been changed. He missed a couple chances, and I mean he scored one. It was a good goal, and you can tell that he's a predator. He's a goal scorer. But yeah. I've gotten so used to the Firmino kind of striker that it's kind of hard for me to adapt to Nunez and playing that number 9. And it will take some time for me to get to. I mean, if he plays 15 games and score 17 goals, then obviously I'm going to be over the moon for him. But like I said, I didn't watch the game, and I can't judge his performance based off the highlights because I don't know how his touches were. I don't know if he was linking up play.
Bro, the man come change it. Dimo.
Bro, look at my background.
Him run, him change the game, Bridging. And I'll be honest with you, I always have a problem with him touch. But Dimo, I'm telling you that we miss money and him going to be a big blow. But he give Liverpool something different from a Bobby Firmino and a Sadio Mane. Dimo, him always running behind him, always staying on the last defender. Right? He's a clinical striker inside the edge of the 18. Him always on the move. Diaz and my boy and Ake could deal with him because him constant on the move. Him come short and him go behind. So many times Enes pass the ball and just like a slight moment. Him should have even scored a trick today, you know? Easily, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So from the highlight, I saw that he missed a couple chances, and he scored one. And like I said, I'm just not used to that kind of striker. Playing for Liverpool and starting and stuff.
Yeah, but Dimo, you've been bringing Liverpool long time, bro. Like, I know you're comfortable with the Bobby Firmino and the Mane, but you see Suarez, you see Torres. You must support Liverpool.
No, man.
You say just under Jurgen Klopp or under Klopp?
Under the Klopp era, I have gotten so used to the Bobby Firmino. That's why I mentioned Firmino.
Okay,
I've gotten so used to it that it kind of ingrained in me now, because I took a while before I got over Torres, because Torres was one of my favorite players for Liverpool. And so, when Firmino came in long after, I just got used to it, and I'm stuck. So it's going to take a while, and I'm going to watch the full game when I get inside, and I can judge him better, because I don't judge people based off highlights. I need to see the full game, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm buzzing for Carvalho. I'm hearing good things about Carvalho.
Bro, him bad, bro, Dimo. You see why me tell you say, Dimo, big man thing, bro. Take the bias. So I understand say you want to be cautious. But I see him play 4 games for Fulham, brother, I say. Under Jurgen Klopp are going to improve him, and he's going to be a maestro, brother.
No, but me never do. I am more excited about Carvalho signing than Nunez signing. Like I was watching him as well because Harry Wilson, and obviously I watch a lot of Harry Wilson, and he was there with Harry Wilson, so I watched him a lot. I know he can play. The thing is that just in some games, the games kind of pass him by after a while, and he's not really involved. So I mean, obviously he's still young, and he's going to take time to develop and stuff. So we watch that. But I'm very excited about Carvalho signing. And I also want to say, a lot of people have been giving Adrian a lot of stick. And I just need people to just lay off because he has done pretty well in pre-season. He's filling in when there is a need. There's no Kelleher, there's no Allison. And every time he's been called upon, he has been doing well. And sure, he made the bubble for the top.
Bro, the man makes some good save, bro.
Yeah, overall, he's not the best goalkeeper, but he's a decent shot stopper. And that's all we can ask for you. What, third string goalkeeper? That's all we can ask.
All
so
right.
lay off Adrian for a bit.
Ask me and Jersey boy who was the man of the match. Them feel was the man of the match.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you guys. Like, who would you say get the man of the match? Because a lot of people say Thiago get a 9 and Darwin get 8.5 and all of these things. So who, Jersey boy, who's the man of the match?
My man of the match was Adrian.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because if Adrian didn't make the save, we didn't win. The City had tons of chances, bro, and I think
I really need
Adrian and Salah, bro, because Salah was involved with every single goal.
Oh yeah, Salah looked great in the highlight. He looked like he was on.
Have you noticed though, Demo, that since Salah signed the contract, he's back to first part of the season? Maybe the contract thing made him better. I don't know. He looks really good now.
I think that with along with the rest that he got, I think he really needed some time off, and he's got that now, and he looks back to his best. Ryan, who's the man of the match?
For me, he makes some crucial save at the right moment in the game, and I have to give it to Adrian. Although he could have done much better with the first goal for City, but I'm not going to kill him because at that point, it come 1-1 and never go behind, and I think he was fantastic. I think after shout out to Salah too, I think Salah have a good game, but for me, I would give it more to Adrian because leading up to this game, I was worried. A lot of Liverpool was worried.
I was worried.
Confident in him, and to see him put in a good, solid performance, and especially to him, I love how I think him improve. Being at Liverpool and watching Alisson Becker coming off the line and stuff, bro, I think he do that fantastic. And him kicking is not too bad, bro. It has been improved. And may I tell you, say 2 man rush him, and him not depend on ESV. When him clear it, man. That me love about Adrian, brother.
Him not panic.
Him not panic. He normally usual panic. Right,
remember, against Atletico Madrid, he panicked today. If he didn't find a chance, he put the ball straight out for throwing, and that's what he should have done against Atletico. He's learned from his mistakes. It looks like he's learned from his mistakes. If you can't get the ball to who you want to, put it out for throwing.
I didn't even know he was that good to be considered the man of the match. That's cool. But what about Thiago? I heard that Thiago was getting 9s.
Bro,
Thiago's balls today to Salah were saucy, bro. He was saucing that midfield. Him and Fabinho were saucy.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to hear. Like I said, I'm not too, the community shield, if you win it, hip hip hooray. If you lose it, you don't care. That's pretty much what it is.
No, I don't really care about the community shield, but obviously we're playing against Man City. We win again. Both our teams put A teams out. So we both took it very seriously, City and Liverpool. And it's a good start. Now we've got confidence going against Fulham, and it's just going to give us a boost at the start of the season, I think.
Yeah, but it's very weird, the perception that I've grown up on about the community shield, because I mean, we probably should pay it a bit more respect, because you have to be a champion to play in that. Like, you have to win the FA Cup or be the
Premier League.
The Premier League champions, right? Like, you have to be a champion to play in it. So we probably need to change our perception on it for a while. But I don't.
The only time you can play the community shield is not a champion is if a club wins
second
an FA Cup. The only time that's happened was when we lost it.
When
City won both. So, but it's always nice to be City. A more serious game than a pre-season, because I think pre-season is where you can make 11 changes, right? Today we could only make 5.
Oh,
5 changes.
Yeah, I needed to ask that. Did Klopp use those 5 substitutions because he was the one
Yes.
coming out for it?
Yeah, Milner came on,
In the game,
Keita, Harvey came on, Nunez came on.
Navigator.
I said that.
James Milner.
Milner came on for Trent. Keita came
Curtis Jones came on.
on. Harvey Elliott came on. Jones came on. Darwin 5.
5 change, yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing.
Yeah,
We're actually we're playing tomorrow again, but tomorrow's going to be probably all the players. Oh no, 6. Sorry, 6. Carvalho came on as well. 6 subs. You can make 6.
Oh, they used.
In the community show 6 subs.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
City barely made any. City barely made any.
Oh, what was Grealish doing? Like,
Bro.
was he good?
Bro,
The boy tell it.
Grealish kept going. Bro, he's like in a good position, and he just goes backwards. He's like good position, cross it now. I'm gonna go backwards again. They just kept going backwards, forwards, backwards. I didn't get it. And one thing I noticed, right, was for some reason Pep Guardiola put Haaland very deep. Like, bro, there's Grealish, Mahrez a good position across. Haaland's where Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne were in midfield. I'm like, he's a striker. He should be up, right up there. Why is he not up there?
Yeah, I want to add something to that. Demo, I'm telling you that. It's a City playing with Alan, brother. It's going to be a look while for them adjust. I can't tell you this, brother. No for them game here. Alan going to get job. Watch and see. Because it's a City. The more it take them long for understand Alan, them going to in a problem. Because every time Alan run, them turn back the ball. Them for square the ball, 1-on-1, it Van Dijk in there, them turn it back. Them now give him that true pass. You understand where him live and love. You understand? They not give him that.
Yeah.
And we have to give Liverpool midfield a lot of credit because they press them and them turn over the ball a lot. I understand the City don't play. I think this is them second game. Them play or them third game of the preseason. But Liverpool has been playing a lot of game. But Liverpool nullify them. And I tell you, any Bernardo Silva leave City. I listened Fabrice Romano this morning and I see De Jong. I go to United and Barcelona see him as the prime replacement for him. So if they ever lose, if them, Fabrice Romano said this morning, if
I can't confirm.
If lose him,
City and Barcelona have a deal in place. If De Jong leaves, they give Bernardo Silva, and I think Barcelona are going to cook this season. But I think if they lose Bernardo Silva and they then replace him, they're in big trouble.
I said on the show yesterday, Ryan?
Yeah.
I said that people think that the loss of Sterling and Jesus and Zinchenko is going to be something easy to replace. It's actually not, bro. It's actually not. As poor as Sterling was, I think he had like 19 goal involvements for City last season, and Jesus had like 9 goals and 8 assists. And
he scored 4 goals in one game, bro. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, he had a lot of goal involvements too. Like he was doing well when he was playing on the wing as well. Jesus, I think he got a couple of assists there as well. So it's not going to be easy numbers to replace. And if Bernardo Silva is added to that list, I told you guys, bro, we're going to be winning this league by February. So look out for that.
Yeah. Good evening, sir, man. Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate it, man.
Nah, you know, you've got music playing in the background, just calmly, innit?
Yeah, me. I play music.
Bro, I like that.
Music.
Bro, it's so it sounds like spa music when you're on holiday. It's proper relaxing.
That is actually very true.
Listen,
I want to sleep now.
I've just got back, literally walked in the house I've just got back from Portugal, just landed, and I thought, let me see what's on YouTube. Saw this and thought, you know what, let me join in because I need filling in. So I was at the airport. I booked my flights home from Portugal to land back in England now to go to the Community Shield tomorrow. Yeah. And then realised, hold on, they've moved it to Saturday, so I couldn't go. So I was actually at the airport. Do you know what? I couldn't get a stream, so the way I listened to the game was watching the Coppish watch along. No lie, that's all I know about the game is the Coppish watch along.
Yeah.
So I need you guys to fill me in because I mean, I'm hearing things. Obviously, my inbox is flooded with Liverpool fans and whatever else. But I need you guys to fill me in. But firstly, just to help the channel, what are your ats on Instagram?
LFC domination, right up there. Above it.
Oh, it was you trolling me earlier.
God's sake, Ryan.
But I'm gone. No, I'm joking. It was you.
Demo, I don't know. Within our Instagram, we just make an Instagram thing. And I sent a picture in the group where I don't know who made that picture there, brother. But the man named lit down Pep Guardiola and Alan, and Pep have Alan in him.
Of all the people for me to join the stream with, it's you.
Yeah, it was a crazy picture, man.
But Ryan, I'm going to leave. But I first want to say big up to Daps, bro. I appreciate your content. You're one of the realest Manchester City fans out there. You're very logical, and you do your thing, boss. So
bro. I see man the Coppish, bro, and I'm telling you, bro, he gave you some piece of prem there, and in background was so fantastic.
We're about to move into new spot, but you know what? I appreciate this because when the Coppish boys approached me about going on Coppish, it was just as it was starting to heat up between Liverpool and City last season, and I'm not going to lie, on Twitter in particular, I was getting a lot of almost abuse. I won't go as far as say abuse, but like a bit toxic from some Liverpool fans. So I had to ask a few people, like saying, I don't know if I want to do Coppish, because I'm already getting a bit of heat from Liverpool fans. and like you've seen, like you spoke on it earlier when me and Callum had our differences. I don't react well sometimes, and I was like, I don't know if it's good for me. But people said to me, listen, the Coppish boys are real. They're good guys, man. And the reason they've approached you is so when I do get love from Liverpool fans, I appreciate it, because my approach on any stream with any, not just Liverpool, but with any club is I will see how you are about City. And as long as there's no bullshit slander on City, I can give Liverpool a lot of praise. Now, if you ever see me start getting shameless, that's because of the way that I've been approached about my club. And it's like, do you know what? If you want to do that, I'll do the same to you. But otherwise, you will catch me coming on it and telling people to stop bad-mouthing Trent, let Trent do his thing, because at his age, if he continues the way he is at his age, he will be the best fullback in the world when he retires, right? If he continues and people just let him to continue doing what he does at his age, by the time he's 35 and retires, no one will have to back Trent, because it's proven. To be frank, it is an age already. It's already proven. I can say these things. I can say that for me, Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world, right? I can say these things. For me, Salah, last season before, alongside Kane, but probably last 2 seasons, best forward in the world. So I can say these things, but when I start hearing slander on my club and like Liverpool fans or any other fans basically saying, how much better Liverpool are than City, that's where I'll turn shameless. Because like, if you want to be shameless, I'll be shameless back to you. But if it's not like that, I'm very level-headed, because listen, we used to be shit. I'm cool with that. We used to be crap. I've supported the club for 35 years. Like, it's not a thing. So, but yeah, on today's game, actually, anyone that's watching it, and there should be some blues that start coming over now from my Instagram, make sure you hit those likes below straight away. The first thing you do when you're getting it. Yeah. So, I was looking at the stats, and the stat looked, City had a slightly more possession, few more shots, but then everything I'm hearing is that now we were not cooking, and Liverpool were far more clinical. Can you guys kind of sum it up to me quickly?
Do you want to do one, or do you want to do it?
Yeah, go ahead, Jersey boy.
I would say that the first half, it was Liverpool literally came out and nearly scored straight away, but I think City looked very dangerous at points. I think, City got a lot of chances, but it was just the fact that Adrian, who normally every Liverpool fan slate because he's made a lot of mistakes, turned into Neuer for a lot of the chances. But I think as Ryan was saying earlier, there's some points of City that Grealish gets the ball, he gets a good position, and then decides, you know what, I'm not going to go for it, I'm going to go backwards. And
Grealish was.
Yeah, he was going backwards again. Mara's going backwards. And one thing I was really confused about was why the hell was Haaland playing so deep? Like, I was looking, they're looking to cross the ball. Haaland's near where De Bruyne is in midfield. I'm like, why is he all the way over there? If your goal post, you must be in the box.
Well,
I was very confused about that.
There's so straight away, there's a few things that from what I'm hearing and what you're saying, what you're putting down, that are worrying. Firstly, I thought we were going to change the way we play this season slightly. I think the reason we let Sterling go mightily, I think predominantly the main reason we let Sterling go is he had a year left on his contract. We've been trying to get him signed in for the last 2 years. He hadn't signed it, yeah. So, you know, if we're being offered money, let's take the money. But I also think if we get Cucurella or a natural left back, we won't be playing with someone that holds the width as much, because if you go back a few seasons where you have Mendy and Sane, Pep would never play both of them because you can't have an overlapping fullback if you've got a winger that holds width. So that was the main change I was thinking we were going to see this summer. But the biggest change really and truly is we're going back to playing with the number 9, right? And this isn't a number 9 in Aguero who had kind of had seasons to be taught to play a certain way. This is a number 9 that plays as a number 9, right? And some of the things that people have been telling me is Haaland was making good runs today, but ultimately our midfield just weren't feeding him.
That's true. That's true.
And I've got to say this: De Bruyne had probably one of the worst games I've ever seen.
I heard that as well. I've heard that off of City fans. Yeah. I heard that off of City fans, and that's interesting because pre-season De Bruyne was really good. Now, what you just said there about the way Grealish was coming back, and then what you said about Haaland dropping deep, that is a worry because we got through it with Grealish at the very end of last season, where pretty much Pep had to kind of come out and back Grealish and say, you know, Grealish, I'm good with Grealish, but Grealish comes across to me as he's nervous. He's nervous of not playing the football the way Pep wants him to play the football.
Let me tell you something with Jack. Like, he's a confident player. And remember, he's been playing for Villa for a long time, and everything go through Jack Grealish.
Yep.
Know what, Man City, what I think Grealish is trying to do, he's trying to prove too much to Pep Guardiola. He just need to just relax, calm, and play him football. Play him Jack Grealish. And also, the coach, he have to leg off at the handbrake. He have to say to him, say, listen, be yourself, man. Listen, Jurgen Klopp, this is where him said to Mane, fine when you're going through a 12-month bad period. Him say, listen, you're doing a fantastic job, man. Express yourself. I think Pep Guardiola need to allow the player them express them. But let me tell you something. You see, I know that City going to play different. And what City don't want this season, Liverpool to fly out of the block. Leave them.
But that's the thing.
I guess that you have to change and them have to adjust certain things.
But the thing is, that is us every season. There's only been one season where we've gone out of the blocks, and that was the 100-point season. Every other season we never start well. But here's the thing that frustrates me a little bit is we did it all, and I've gone back and looked at this. The seasons where we do our business early, we have good seasons. The seasons where we do our business late, we don't have as good as seasons. It makes sense. It's very simple, yeah. And this season we did most of our business early. That left back situation is taking longer, but I think I kind of get where Pep's going with the whole. He let the players have longer off this summer, and they kind of needed it because we've had a lot of summers, very short summers, because of COVID, because of the Champions League one season, because of internationals, all of that. And you know what? We had a hard season last season like you guys did. So I kind of get it. But at the same time, if it's a season where we've got Haaland coming in and we're playing a new way, and that's the one season where maybe 2 friendlies wasn't enough.
I think more friendlies.
You more sit here. I tell Jersey boy earlier on, you see, what City always doing, if you realize when it reach all 15 game, they finish stronger than Liverpool. Because guess what? City don't play a lot of pre-season game. They get fit into the game by game, match by match, while Liverpool fit for pre-season and fly out of the block. So them can't continue. This is the reason why City always overtake them, and look more dominant in the last 10, 15 games because them legs more and more.
We've always done it, bro. Even if you go back to, like I said, apart from the 100-point season, even the season where sorry, I don't want to talk. It's not a shot, but it's the best way I remember it. It's a season that basically Gerrard slipped. Yeah. That season, I think Arsenal were leading the league until round about December. Then I think Chelsea stepped up. Then Chelsea stepped up. Then you stepped up. Listen, it was only, I think, Yaya Toure basically going, and I don't even mean Man City. It was Yaya Toure single-handedly going, you know what, fuck it. If no one else wants this league, we'll have it.
You guys was have 4 matches on and play Sunderland, Yaya Toure, man. Win City at Premier League.
But what I was saying is about Grealish is back at towards the back end of last season, Pep came out and kind of backed Grealish, but I think one of the bits that I think Grealish thinks Pep loves about him, and Pep probably does love about him, is his ball retention, right? But and you know what? Towards the back end of last season, that was relevant. Real Madrid game, Grealish, I wish you had a bit more ball retention in that game instead of running at the goal.
Need to come on a little bit earlier in that game.
You know what? But today, this is the Community Shield, right? This is the Community Shield. If we lose it, we lose it. Like I did 3 streams yesterday with 3 different Liverpool channels, and all of us agreed we don't care if we lose today, or yesterday now. What we wanted to see, like if we lost, of course 3-4-0, all right, not cool with that, but it's more about the way we lose. If we lost, but see that, and same from both sides, because look, this is not the trophy that either of us want, right? It's not. It's not even. None of us care about it. It's the way we play, because we're both teams that are changing at the moment, and that's what we wanted to see. Now, that's with Grealish. Today, he should have come out and played with, right, when Grealish and Haaland played against Bayern Munich for one half with De Bruyne behind Haaland, right? De Bruyne played the perfect pass for Jack Grealish, perfectly weighted pass for Jack Grealish to run onto, cut the ball back, and Haaland to be where a striker should be and put the ball in the back of the net. As they walked off, Grealish then said to Kalvin Phillips, as they're walking down the tunnel, said, this is what I said to Erling earlier on. You make those runs, I will find you, right? And the minute after that game, when I saw that, I came on a stream and I said, right, that's it. If Grealish is now playing wide right, if he's our main wide right where Raheem Sterling used to play, then for me, and he now has Haaland through the middle, and he has De Bruyne putting perfectly weighted passes like Sterling and Sane used to have Silva doing. I need to see a 20 GA league season from Jack Grealish for me to be happy, because if you have Haaland or Alvarez in the middle, you've got De Bruyne putting perfectly weighted passes for you, and all you have to do is cut the ball back. Grealish, this season, you have to cook with that. It's very easy. Raheem Sterling's done it for seasons, right? It's very easy. So for today, for him to go back and be kind of worrying about losing the ball, but then also what you said about Haaland playing too deep, is that Haaland worrying about how Pep wants him to play and maybe adapting the way he plays? And I'm not saying that will be the way it is, but we need to decide in the changing room. Like there needs to be conversations and it needs to be worked out. Are we expecting Haaland to change the way he plays, or ultimately are we going to play to the way Haaland wants us to play? Because it can't be both. It won't work. We have to decide. Pep and Haaland and the rest of the team and the coaching staff need to decide how we're doing it. Is it you know what? Is it a different and we're playing balls through the middle now? Because ultimately, from what I'm hearing, we look like a team that didn't have forgot how to play balls through the middle. Yeah, still side to side.
Because remember still, you have to give City a little bit of time, because remember to use 18 months notice striker. Even when them have just
take time.
They do it.
Haaland isn't fit yet as well, by the way.
Yes. So I'm telling you still, as a Liverpool fans, Virgin, I still worried about Manchester City, because I know that they will get it right. Top class manager will get it right, Virgin.
Listen, when your fan base, and I'm not saying all your fan base, but when certain elements of your fan base, when when you lost the Champions League final and the probably 2-3 weeks that followed that, where certain members of the Liverpool fan base were saying, "Oh, we need to buy 2 midfielders, or we're going to finish third," and all that crap. Yeah, I was having a meltdown, saying, "This is fucking crazy." Yeah, because when you didn't win the Champions League, I came on streams and I said, "Listen, I'm not even going to go at Liverpool because I actually get it, right? Because this is coming from a fan of a team that for the last 4 seasons, we've been trying to compete in every trophy. And guess what? No one's done it because it's fucking hard to do, yeah? People get mentally and physically tired, right? So Liverpool were 2 games away from doing the quad, right?
Quad, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you sell Mane, who, let's be real, Mane, one of the best players to play in the Premier League. However, last season, Mane's best period last season was through the middle. Right? It wasn't in his natural position. So, basing it on that, you've gone and bought a striker, and this is what I've said on. Although I will retweet things about Darwin Nunez, it's documented what I've said. He cost Klopp 80 to 85 million. Klopp does not get money off your board willy-nilly. He will have had to justify that, yeah, massively. He's seen something in that guy, yeah, right. And no matter what we say about, all right, the last 3-4 seasons, last season he banged. Darwin Nunez scored a lot of fucking goals, right? And that wasn't at Liverpool. So based on that, you've gone and replaced Mane with a capable striker. You've got cover at right back, which I actually think you needed because sooner or later Trent will pick up an injury. So to have that young lad come in that's a hot prospect,
Ramsey.
good. Yeah, Ramsey. You've also gone and got Carvalho, who I think is going to come very good this season. By the latter stages of this season, he can drive forward with a ball. He's something that I think Liverpool really, really needs. So I was like, are people really starting trying to... Liverpool fans, actually, 2 games ago, you were nearly going to do the quad, and now you're going to finish third. Pardon? Like, no. Like, we can't rule out, same way you can't rule out City, we can't rule out Liverpool. You can't. And also with Nunez, I think, all right, first 2 games, was it? He wasn't brilliant.
Yeah.
But it shows... But that's, you know what? And apparently Haaland was awful today.
Yeah, he had an awful miss, but it happens.
But if Haaland has another awful game, right, and then his 3rd game he scores 4 goals, I'm going to be fucking through. I'm going to be so happy because that shows character. It shows that the guy has not continued to run. He's bounced back, and it's documented that guy has suffered with confidence issues before, Darwin Nunez, right? Mm-hmm. He's already bounced back from 2 bad games. So you should take confidence from that. And then he scored today. So listen, it's fine for us to be friendly right now. And for me, I think it should continue until about game week 34, 35. And then
34, 35. It's going to be 38. It's going to be 38 because I'm telling you that. Tell me a little bit about Alves. I know at the first time I see him play, Bridging.
Baller.
Bridging.
Listen.
Today I see him play.
So when we signed Alves in January, obviously straight away the City Twitter lot and a few of the City Instagram lot got carried away about Alvarez, talking everything about him. And when we first signed him, the talk was that he might be being loaned out to one of our other clubs, yeah. But it's like basically the minute he got that signature, he was like, right, now I need to prove that I'm the man, because he's just started banging goals left, right, and centre. So with me, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I've said all summer I was looking forward to Haaland being announced for the shithousery, kind of mainly towards Chelsea fans that, you know, for the last however many years, everyone's thought Haaland's joining them, and Haaland, probably very well advised by his agent, has not said a word. He's just let all the media talk, right? Chelsea fans were convinced he was joining them. And I was looking forward to him coming out, announcing and telling the world that he's a City fan. So I was looking forward to the shameless shithousery of Haaland signing for City. And I got that. However, I'll be completely 100 with you. The guy I'm looking forward to see is Alvarez, because there's no pressure on him. Everyone's talking about Haaland and Grealish. Yeah. My guy snuck through the back door, right? I think we ended up, it was 14. I think we've ended up paying round about 20 because he wasn't due to join us till next January, but we paid more to get him early. It's even better the fact that one of the things that Ralph advised United was to buy him, right? And they didn't sign it off.
Yeah.
But we have to remember with him, I thought he'd start today because in our pre-season friendly, he looked the sharpest because he's midway through a season. He's fit. He's fully fit. He's in Argentina. Their season, I think, runs from like something like November to November or something like that. Yeah. So he's been playing at River Plate. So he's come straight in the team looking fit. And you saw with his goal today, it's very Aguero-like, innit? Very.
Bro, you're in full of touch, bro. In the half space, he'll kill you.
Yeah.
Trust me. You remind me. May I tell you?
Go on.
He remind, although him score a lot of goal, but he remind me of David Silva. In tight spaces, he don't lose the ball for fun, bro.
Nah, I probably should have saved these stats because you lot probably would have loved them. But a few weeks ago, when I think when you were getting Nunez or when you just got Nunez, I did a comparison of, I think it was like Nunez, Haaland, possibly Kane, a couple of players. Goals scored and Nunez goals scored, and I always do per 90 because I think per 90 tells a better picture than overall. And Nunez was cooking, I'm not gonna lie. But then I threw Alvarez in there, right? And he wasn't goals per 90, he wasn't up there with Nunez. I'm not gonna act like he was, but every other element of his game, I was like, fucking hell, and he's kind of to me like, because I've obviously, since we've signed him, I'm trying to watch as much of him I can. And he scores a variety of different goals. But it's also his battling back. He kind of looks like a cross between Aguero and Tevez, which, to be honest, is for me is how much Tevez was the type of player that I'd want at City again because he gets back and gets
hungry.
Goals, so
fight.
Yeah. Like Mane had when he first joined you. Mane would always get back and get.
You know why I'm dangerous? You see, he's running from outside the box, and when he's running from outside of the box, the defender them find it difficult to pick you up and stuff, and that's what he do. He running from outside the box today, and he's quick. A lot of people think he's slow, but he's quick.
Yeah,
quick.
I'm excited. He's the one that excites me because there's no pressure on him as well.
So who him coming to replace?
Well, today I think he came on and replaced Mahrez, didn't he? Which Mahrez is going to be an interesting one to watch because we all know what Mahrez does. Mahrez
is where I'm supposed to get though. I don't.
You know what? It's very interesting to watch how City are going to play. Like I was saying on Mahrez, we all know what Mahrez does. Mahrez cuts in and shoots, yeah. And I think this could be an issue. Do you know what? It's kind of similar a little bit with you lot and Salah and Nunez, right?
Yeah.
You've got it's very similar with Salah and Nunez and then Haaland and Mahrez because it's getting Salah and getting Mahrez to understand no, you're now feeding someone else. Like your job is not solely to
he will on the ball too much too, man. Salah will let it go in, but Mahrez all on panic. Mahrez all on panic too much because sometimes Alan run in between Matic and Van Dijk when for just slip it through over the top. He's all on panic. He take a too much touch sometimes.
Mahrez was a bit greedy today. He took too many chances.
But that's Mahrez for you, bro. That's Mahrez. That's Mahrez for you. That is Mahrez for you, and that's the concern. I think you might see Alvarez. I would quite like to see Alvarez playing through the middle, but I think you may well see Alvarez popping up on the right quite a lot. The left's covered. The left's covered with Foden or Grealish. It's going to be one of them two on the left most of the time.
You think when you guys doing more? I think you guys going to do more business in that.
Left back. We have to get a left back. So
that's the only thing you need because it looks cheap player, you know.
Right. So I'm not going to lie. Last season we looked towards the end. We were
look more stronger, man.
Right. If you lot look into it, and please look into it. And you will be surprised when I say this. Manchester City's squad, and when I say squad, you have to remember that if you're under 23, I believe it is, or 21, you don't need to be registered. Manchester City's squad last season was one of the smallest squads, I think, in like the top half of the league, right? That's the way Pep decided on it because he finds it easier to rotate players like that and keep players happy. Ferran Torres went in January as well. Mendy obviously caught the case, so that's 2 players out of the squad. And I think towards the end of the season, it was very, very clear to see that our squad was lacking depth a little bit. If you looked at our bench in the last few games, there was a lot of youngsters on the bench. So we were kind of thinking, you know what, this summer, all right, we're bringing in Alvarez, Haaland, Fernandinho's leaving, we have to replace him. But then Jesus, Sterling have gone, Zinchenko's gone as well. And all of a sudden it's like, all right, I do understand McAtee and Cole Palmer are expected to play more games. Esbrand, I think, will start playing more because he's now going to be our cover on the left, I think. And Mbete also, who's another youngster, he seems to be around the first team a lot. But I'm not mad with us getting one more signing. We have to get, let me be clear, we have to get a left back. And I think that is why I called this the other day. When we put in 30 million for Cucurella and Brighton turned around and said, no, I said, right, here's what's going to happen now. I can see it. City will turn their head elsewhere because Benfica apparently is saying, come and get Grimaldo. We'll come and get 10 million. Come and get him. There's one or two other names going around, Soso as well. So City will turn their head. The minute City turn their head, Cucurella, who is from the Barcelona Academy, right, playing for Brighton, Man City is sniffing. Listen, that guy knows Man City have to. We've got rid of Zinchenko. Mendy is gone, yeah? We have to buy a left back. So Cucurella is going to be watching that thinking, all right, this is a
that
case
is
of...
last chance. What I like about City, as bad as thing you guys have money, nobody no bully, you know.
Not anymore. We worked very hard to do that. We've had to work very hard to do that. And that's why we've walked away. But I think we've been clever with this one. I think we still want Cucurella. But I think we know that Cucurella, like you said, this is... If City don't get Cucurella this summer, he will never move to Man City. He will never get that opportunity.
That's why I'm putting in Sancho.
So he put in a transfer request.
And he refused to play today.
Did he really? See,
Yeah,
that was the next thing I said. There we go. This is what I said, because ultimately, apparently he'd even agreed with Brighton. My value's 30 million. And Brighton said, yeah, cool. And now they're saying, we won't even start negotiations till you put 50 million on the table. I kind of get it. They want to make that money back that they lost on Basuma. But City, ultimately, we are now a team that will walk away and go, now we're not being bullied.
No,
we've been that team before. We've been that team before. So the only other option, the only other reason we would ever have to delve into the transfer window would be if ultimately the catastrophe happens. And I've said this before, if one player leaves this summer, a particular player leaves this summer, it will have a bigger effect than Haaland joining us. And that's Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
Bernardo.
I cannot think of a player
Barcelona. They're going to sell De Jong and they see him as the biggest.
And I tell
you the truth still. You know, say Liverpool have Bernardo Silva in another team.
Oh, City. You don't hate him, but you appreciate him, innit? You hate him, but appreciate him.
No, as a human being, bro. As a human being, sometimes him can, but I like them player there. Like Richardson, I like them player there. You see, when you have them player there, I'm going to be into a fan who want to say, when you have them people there, he's like a German Green pan the Warriors, always getting in player head.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. One of the things that I love about him is that there's a few things that I remember about Cucurella. About Bernardo Silva. The first thing is the season we won the domestic treble. At the trophy parade, he was interviewed, and he was so pissed off in the interview, and he just kept saying we should have gone further in the Champions League. We'd gone to the quarters that season, and all he kept saying is we should have gone further in the Champions League. And I was like, this guy's mentality is fucking different, man. Yeah. So different. And then again, I'm not gonna lie, the way he is with Liverpool, he gets the rivalry. He gets it. No, this is. And I'm not saying this like it's not Liverpool, Man United rivalry, Man United Leeds rivalry, or any of that. He gets that this is the two best teams in the country playing. So when we play Liverpool, he don't give a shit about Liverpool. He wants to beat Liverpool. He wants to play. And there's that one season where him and Fernandinho, my God, in midfield, they were just unbelievable. But if he goes, that is a catastrophe. My one saving grace is that the way we handled the Ake thing, because when Chelsea came in for Ake, I was like, I'm not mad about keeping Ake, but I don't want to have to go into the centre-back market right now because it's kind of messy. You've got all these clubs trying to buy centre-backs. It's pushing prices up. And I like Premier League experience. Like
Centre.
the one I want Fofana. If I want any centre back, it'd be someone like Fofana. It wouldn't be going abroad. But then the amount we'd have to pay for him.
Yeah.
So when our board said to Chelsea, look, what are you willing to pay? And Chelsea said 45, and our board said, give us a couple of days. Went, looked at the market, and came back and said, nah, we're good. You know, we'll keep hold of him. That gives me the faith that with Bernardo Silva, it will be the same thing. Let me be clear. Bernardo Silva will go next summer, right? He wanted to go last year. He's put in one hell of a season. He's happy, but he still wants to go. Tells me his family and his wife want to move back to that part of the world. Maybe have a child. They haven't got a kid yet, or whatever it is. So I think City will convince him to stay one last season while we find a long-term replacement and probably battle out with you boys for Jude. And then they go, it's cool.
Jesus Christ, bro.
The only other option would be, and this would be beautiful. Nah, Jude Bellingham's next summer. He ain't going nowhere this summer.
No, not this summer.
The one that I would love, there is one that I would accept, and I think this would be the conversation. If Barcelona came in with this deal I'm about to say, I think Pep would pull Bernardo Silva and say, look, we really want to keep you. We will do everything to keep you, but do you really, really want to go? Like, are you unhappy? Do you really want to go? And if Bernardo Silva said, yes, I really want to go, I think Pep would turn to the board and say, accept. And that is about 20 million and De Jong, right? Because he's not a like for like, but he is a central midfielder that Pep could turn into a very similar player to Bernardo
Number
Silva.
8.
Yeah.
And De Jong's young. De Jong's young as well.
And he's very fucking good. But the biggest thing is, imagine taking United have spent their whole
Oh my
summer
God, United
trying
were
to get that
fuming.
player.
Hey, me keep on tell him, I tell him say you cannot be a big team. A man come take away your city, and then me keep on tell him, say listen, you see this Liverpool City rival. I'm telling you, next 10 years from now, it's still going on. Especially Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. Pep sign a long-term contract. You know, City secret thing. Him sign, and this year, after this season, he signed. When you think Alan come there, he tell Alan, say, listen, I'm going to sign, but I keep it as a secret. Watch City, the man who run the City thing, what's his name again, man? The president, man. What's his name, man?
Kalvin.
Bro, I watch a couple interview with him, brother.
Oh, every season he does one. They're brilliant. They're really
Bro.
good interviews. I think every club's chairman should do an interview like that because
Bro.
they're really, really good.
And here what I love about City, seeing as my rival, bro, I tell you the truth, bro. My vex, I can't bother the second place thing, brother. And I want to win a Premier League title, bro. Like City, big man thing. City, I hate City, bro. 2013, second. Bro, I'm tired of this. I tell Liverpool fans them say, yo, I can't bother the second place thing, brother. I want to come first, brother. Like City, man, yo, the man them just like they will never go away, bro. City will. Can you imagine if City never they around much Premier League that win on that club?
The fun is, yeah, that is the thing. That is the thing. I think that's the thing. What
let me tell you something, brother, before you go ahead.
Without City, you lot have dominated the Premier League for the last 5 years.
Listen, let me tell you something, bro. You see, if we don't win no more Premier League, nobody now gonna remember this Liverpool team. Because City, may I tell you this, bro. One Premier League will win.
I hear it. I do hear it.
Right? And people are gonna remember, say, oh, you come second on the City. They're gonna have we as the smaller team. Because City winning the Premier League. City win the Premier League again, brother. It's hard for another team to win, but don't watch you them and sell against them rival. City smart. Them know so them not shit. The Arsenal them it take a look a while and the Chelsea take a look a while. But you see the Liverpool City thing, yeah. I'm telling you.
Listen, it doesn't get. Let me tell you something, yeah. And this surprises people when I say this, right? So, I grew up. I moved away from Manchester. I was 15. I moved down south, and so I grew up around a lot of Arsenal fans. And all I hear of Arsenal fans, yeah. So some of my mates who are Arsenal fans, their kids are now growing up supporting.
Oh, the B team, Man City.
they're wanting to support Man City, yeah, and their dads are having to pull them to one side and basically like kind of have these conversations, and they're saying to me, yeah, I had to pull him to one side and say, listen, yeah, I grew up with knowing nothing but success, like our golden era. And this is what I say to these Arsenal fans that talk about their golden era. Arsenal's golden era, how many Premier Leagues did they win?
3.
Right. Manchester City's golden era, how many Premier Leagues have we won?
5.
6. Double what Arsenal have won, right? So when Arsenal talk about their golden era, yeah, if you actually deep it, your golden era really wasn't that golden. Like, it really wasn't. We've won 6. You won 3. Now, then you look at Champions League. Now, Champions League, I will never talk to Man United, never talk to Liverpool, never talk to Chelsea at the moment about Champions League. But when I have Arsenal fans, like, and I have had Arsenal fans try and pull up Champions League, I'm like, right, okay, cool. So let's deep the Champions League. I remember how you lot, your big, amazing trophy was that you've been in the Champions League 19 years on the bounce, yeah? And they're like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, and that's just on the bounce. You've been in it before, but 19 years on the bounce, right? Cool. Man City have been in the Champions League now for, I believe, 11, possibly 12 years now, right? 12 years. And that is our first 12 years. We'd never been in it before there, yeah? 12 years. And we've reached, so in Arsenal's 19 years, they reached 1 final, 1 semi-final. City have already reached 1 final and 3 semi-finals. So again, Arsenal, what are you telling me about your golden era? Because your golden era was not that golden. But it's just, you know what? They are a bigger club than City, so they do get put. They get, like, Arsenal fans will honestly tell me they sit at the top table with Liverpool and Man United, and I'm like, how can you be? I don't understand it, and I'm not here to slander Arsenal right now. I'm backing Arsenal. I look, I'm a big Jesus fan, big Zinchenko fan, but Arsenal fans can really piss me off the way they talk about
Team City, brother.
They're important players, man. They're important players. But yeah,
listen, it's going to be an interesting season, and I'm really looking forward to see the season. I think City going to play a little bit different. I still believe they're going to sign 2 more players.
2 more.
Understand? Yeah.
So what's the second one?
I don't know where the second one I come from, but I think
there's gonna be
2
one
more
more.
play because.
Would you think Bernardo's going, Brian?
No, I think he'll go next summer. Oh,
Ryan. Go, man.
I don't think he'll go because I think De Jong's going to make such a fuss about the thing he's going to nail himself to the Barcelona wall so he doesn't leave.
Bro, I want De Jong. I don't want De Jong to go United, bro.
No, he's a good player, man. I don't want him to go United.
De Jong goes to City or Liverpool. United are going to absolutely collapse on Twitter. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I don't want him. I prefer him go to City, bro. I want to see United suffer, bro.
Or Chelsea, maybe Chelsea. They need another midfielder.
Chelsea need another midfielder. But differently still. I know you talk about Liverpool and stuff. So you believe that Liverpool, we're not making any more signings. So you believe that we're going to be up there?
No. Klopp said no more signings. We want Bellingham, so I think Klopp wants to.
Yeah, I think.
Klopp
and I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard. A couple of weeks ago, I was on a show with Grizz, and I've been going back and forth with Liverpool fans over Jude Bellingham, not because I think he's coming to City, but because this whole he is coming to Liverpool thing is like, no, none of us can say that yet. And I know Athletic have come out apparently and said Bayern will accept 120 million next summer. I'm sorry, there's a World Cup in between now and next summer. No club. That's like me putting my house on the market in a year's time, but telling everyone what I'm going to sell it for right now. It doesn't happen. So no one knows what he's going to go for. I think everyone is going to be in for him because he's that big a deal. But what Grizz said the other day is that he's
that,
and he said 95%. He said, I'm 95% certain. Then he goes, no, actually, let me stop that. I'm 100% certain. Next summer, he is only interested in speaking with Liverpool and Manchester City. That's it. It's a Liverpool and Manchester City thing.
That's how more Bernardo Silva for stay.
Well, here's the other thing. Gundogan's going next summer.
I thought Gundogan was going to go. This is him last season.
Yeah, so he goes next summer.
So I'm going for free.
Arsenal will probably get him.
Yeah,
for some
free.
reason.
He'll be every season. City get rid of one of our senior players on a free transfer. Every single season, one goes. If you look at it, it was like
why you guys do that? Because the money they man.
No, it's a few things. It's firstly is ultimately that they've served the club, and they've got to an age where ultimately the season after they're not going to play much game time. The wage they're on, like Aguero, people saying, "Oh, we should have kept him another season." Definitely not. The last season he played a few games for us. Fernandinho, his legs are gone, and we do it for the right reason, and it does also allow them to go and get one more payday. So it's one of these things. Kompany spoke on it on Rio's channel once and said, when you join City, they will give you everything you need in life and as a footballer, and ultimate respect. You'll feel like you're part of a family. If you don't perform, you'll be sold. It's nothing against you. You'll just be sold. And if you perform well, they'll respect you and they'll let you go. There are one or two that we've done it with, like Zeko, we let go a bit early. I think we let him be loaned out for a season, then a really small fee. And that was because ultimately he was playing second fiddle to Aguero always was. But yeah, so next season will be Gundogan. So Gundogan's going next summer. I think, like I said, I don't believe we can keep Bernardo Silva more than 1 year. I don't think I think at that point he'd start kicking his toys out the pram, or throwing them out the pram. Sorry. So we are definitely in the market next summer for a central midfielder. The only other thing I would say is I expect Grealish or Foden to maybe...
and I think a lot of people underestimate Phillips. I think he's a very good player. I think
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
I believe on Pep Guardiola. I'm telling you, I believe on Pep Guardiola. He's an Englishman, work hard. If he can keep injury free, I think he will better than Rodri.
What? Nah. In Pep's system?
Rodri.
Yeah.
Rodri.
Well, I'm all for it, but in Pep's system, that's very difficult. Rodri's a perfect player for Pep's system.
Bro, or him anchor, bro. Or him can defend, him can tackle. My boy is slight. My boy is still Rodri is smooth. But when it come on to tackling and stuff, I think my boy have it. And can you imagine them two they sit in front of the back foot?
I thought next season,
my boy get a free roll. Kevin De Bruyne get a free roll behind Alan.
When we got Kalvin Phillips, I was like my issue slightly was that, is he really joining for the right reason? Does he really think that he can get in ahead of Rodri, right? But then kind of people started kind of saying, but we are going to play a slightly different style of football at times with Haaland and whatever else, and then also the fact that Pep might be looking at certain games and thinking, you know what, sometimes, because Rodri's a 6, but Rodri can play an 8. He's a passer. He can play the 8 role, And I said, games like today are the type of games that you could play Rodri and Kalvin Phillips together, just for that. And one of my issues with Haaland joining us was, I hope that Haaland knows that in certain games, Pep might have to revert to the false 9, because...
Well, me just tell you a while ago. Me tell Jersey boy earlier, some game, Alan going to sit on the bench.
And this is my one concern, is that he gets that and he understands that, because there's certain games that this season City were very good against Liverpool. It's certain games you have to dominate the midfield. If you do not dominate the midfield, you haven't got a chance. And if you have someone that can play the false 9 role properly, like Kevin De Bruyne or Bernardo Silva, that's exactly what they do. They're clinical in front of goal, but the rest of the time they're dropping midfield, and then we're 1 up over you. I watched Bayern do it to us years ago. They had a player sent off, and I still thought they had more men on the pitch. They were playing the false 9.
Good ball angler. They have good ball angler.
Yeah,
and that. City, Liverpool are always chasing City. City going to always have the ball because they are better midfielder than us and better gift.
Now, there was a period where we didn't, though. There was a period where we didn't. There was. For me, there was.
Better midfielder?
For a period, yeah. For a brief period, when Yaya first left, I was a very big fan of Wijnaldum, Henderson in his prime, Fabinho in his prime. For me, that was a very, 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 very strong midfield. And he got some good results against
David Silva, Phil Foden. City always have a better midfield than Liverpool. Bro, I tell you, one player I take from City right now. one single player I'm gonna take from City. If they're gonna take him and I Kevin De
Foden. Oh, De Bruyne, yeah, of course.
If me have 3 players from City, if me have Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Kevin De Bruyne, any one of them 3, the Liverpool win the Premier League. Feel for the creativity, you know.
Yeah. I'm interested to see Foden this season still, because he wasn't good last season, you know. Although he wasn't his usual self last season.
Real Madrid game, bro. Hey man, turn it up, brother. That game at the Etihad.
Yeah.
Phil Foden, turn it up, Bridget.
He's a big game player. He's a big game player.
Always score upon Liverpool too.
Yeah.
I think he needs to play left wing. I think that's his best position.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. The only thing is, because of our midfield issue and the fact that last summer, he played most of pre-season in kind of like an 8 role, and he looked really, really, really good, because that is where everyone sees one day, sooner or later. Yeah, there we go, Coutinho. Yeah, that one there. And then so we started last season playing Grealish wide right and Foden deeper. And then it was when we played you and Trent got injured. And I actually remember I was at the terrace, right? And someone told me as I was about to be interviewed about the game, someone said, "Oh, Trent's injured, you know." And I was like, "Is it?" And straight away I said, I'm hearing Trent's injured. So I think Pep will pull Grealish out and he'll put Foden back out wide. I said, because Foden could give Milner a hard day. And that was the day where Foden just ripped Milner to pieces. I think Foden is, at the moment, I think Pep's even said it himself, right now at his age, he's explosive still. He's best wide right. But here's the thing, that the long-term aim with Foden is for him to drop deeper and play in an 8 role. So, and especially with Gundogan and Bernardo Silva potentially going next summer, with Grealish, he's 100 million. I think Foden's place, if Grealish is playing wide right, Foden's place will be probably where Gundogan plays, in the 8 behind Grealish, I think. But I do agree with you. I think at the moment, while he's young, his best position is still wide left, cutting in. Or actually, he's good wide right as well, to be fair.
But I prefer seeing Jack Grealish as good as Jack Grealish. I think Phil Foden played that position best.
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
For City.
Yeah.
For City.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Aston Villa, but for City,
I'm Foden all day over Grealish.
Phil Foden, bro. Bro, this boy named Phil Foden, man. Full of sauce, Bridget. As a young, what you think him have to start for England? You think he's just a buck up?
He has to be Kane, Foden, Sterling.
And let me tell you something. A lot of people sleep on Philip. But I love him or Bosuma.
Why you call him Philip?
Yeah, Philip. Close to play for Reggae Boyz, you know, man. Big sissy, man. Big, man. Because
wait. When did Kalvin Phillips need to play for Jamaica?
Couple seasons ago in the championship, man. He needed to play for Jamaica. Yeah.
Oh God, you never actually see.
And the Jamaican man, they mess it up, Bridget. You know, I cover Jamaica. So, you know, say, me tell you that sometimes that boy Philip come really good. You see, when watch him in a Euro, a lot of people watch him in a Euro and say, this boy is ready to play at the highest level. And you see him playing at the Euro, Bridget. And him play, Bridget, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
He was better than Rice, isn't it? He was better than Rice.
Of course.
Yeah.
He make Rice look good, bro.
Yeah.
And
you know what? This comment's spot on about this. This is a problem with Southgate, and we could sit here for hours talking about the issues with Southgate. But
oh my God,
it's just so like. Oh, we haven't even spoken on Sterling. God, we could be here all fucking night if we start talking about Sterling as well.
you gonna miss him?
Hold on, let me see if I can show you something real quick. Hold on 1 second. Might not be able to.
Foden won't start for him. I think Foden starts for him.
So Raheem Sterling. Let's talk on Raheem Sterling. Firstly, before you put the slide up, put it up. But before you put the slide up, let me say this for anyone that thinks right now I'm coming for Raheem Sterling, I'm being disrespectful towards Raheem Sterling. I am not. I'm a fan of Raheem Sterling as a person, as a leader, as as a confident black man that can take criticism himself and not say a word back, but when someone comes for a younger, he's like a lion ready to pounce on them. And that was the moment where I thought this guy's elite, because he's taken so much shit off the media, but the minute someone came for a younger black man, he was in there like a hyena, ready to defend. He's been our captain, and when he is our captain, our results are very good. His qualities, his biggest quality is his ability to listen to a manager and adapt his game, and actually how much of a professional footballer that man is, because he has listened to Pep and he's changed his game. His other qualities are he tracks back very well, and his biggest quality for me is to find space. Right now, this is it. It's to find space. So anyone that thinks Sterling's a fast player and play a ball over the top and Sterling will score, you are chatting absolute shit. You play a ball over the top to Raheem Sterling, he will overthink it. He'll try and take it round the keeper, pass and shoot all in one and fall over, right? Sterling adapted his game under Pep Guardiola, and where Sterling excelled was little 1-2s with David Silva in the box, little bursts of acceleration onto David Silva passes. And when everyone else is, when the defense is busy trying to mark Aguero, trying to watch Walker's runs in, trying to watch Sane's runs into the box, what Sterling will do is take 1 yard backwards and find space. And then Silva or De Bruyne will find Sterling and Sterling will slot the ball in. Now, this is what I've been showing to Chelsea fans all summer, right? This is per 90. Look at the seasons he was playing alongside Aguero, right? 0.6 goals per 90, 0.49, 0.50. Assists, 0.33, 0.40, 0.43. The minute Aguero left, his numbers have halved. And this is not games, this is per 90, His numbers have halved. So, when Chelsea signed Raheem Sterling, this is why most City fans were saying Sterling will cook next to Haaland, because he's got a striker again, right? He needs a striker making those runs. He needs a striker to pull defenders away, and he will find space and he will score goals. And this is what confuses me with Chelsea. And I've been saying to him, I'm not saying you're getting a bad player. You are getting a winner of 4 Premier Leagues. You're getting a natural born winner, right? He will motivate your team. But you're paying 300 plus grand a week. If you want 300 plus grand a week, you need to get a striker. If you don't get a striker, you're getting a good Raheem Sterling that's maybe worth 200 grand a week, not a 300 grand a week Raheem Sterling. And that is the story of Raheem Sterling. He's in Manchester City's top 10 goal scorers of all time. He's in Pep. I think under Pep, he's in his top 3 goal scorers of all time. Pep at Man City, his top goal scorer. So his influence on Manchester City and the Premier League is undeniable. But to do that, you need a striker. If you don't have a striker, don't expect Sterling to cook. And we're already seeing it at Chelsea. He's starting to miss chances. So, there we go. That's Raheem.
Sterling, bro. Last season, man come off of the bench and score some goal for City. I mean, I say, wow.
December, our crucial month, Sterling was unreal.
Yeah.
He's still got it in him.
He have a lot of experience and thing. I hope he do well at Chelsea and stuff. But I think Pep Guardiola, I'll tell a lot of people in him game improve under Pep Guardiola, because watching Sterling when him just coming out of Liverpool, oh my God, he was just quick. I never know him that fit into the tiki-taka football at Manchester.
Nah, bro, that's it. He came out and said when Pep arrived, he came out and said, I'd become a victim of two-touch football under Manuel Pellegrini. That every training session, it was just two-touch football. And when Pep arrived, that was a summer that England had a really bad tournament, and Raheem Sterling became the fall boy. It wasn't Raheem Sterling's fault at all. He wasn't our worst player. But the media instantly put it all on Raheem Sterling. We're talking about him buying houses and whatever, when actually he was buying his mum a fucking house. But people were getting at him about all of that. Pep rang him and said, listen, you're a crucial part of this Manchester City team. And the minute he got there, said, I don't want, this isn't two-touch football. I want you to do what comes natural to you. You're a natural footballer, but I'm going to help you. And there was little things he said, like, you will win the ball back. Whether you run 5 yards forwards or 100 yards backwards, you're winning the ball back. And they're the type of things. Because Pep said so many times. Did you see the clip of what Pep said in a training session the other day? It was inspiring. He said to the team, he goes, I don't mind if you lose. I don't mind if you lose the ball. I don't mind if you make mistakes. What I do mind is if you do not want the ball. If you do not want the ball, I am furious at you. You don't need to play for this club no more. Have the ball, ask for the ball, scream for the ball. If you get the ball and make a mistake, that's fine. But you not screaming for the ball, I can't have that in my team. And it's like, do you know what? That is so fucking spot on. Like, how are you shying away from the ball? And it's that they're the type of things that will help a player like Raheem Sterling. Yeah. I think Chelsea have got a good signing. I just think why I'm not seeing Chelsea linked with the striker, I do not know. I do not know.
Reggie, listen, trust me. Like,
and that's why they're not challenging you, by the way. And are you too scared of Tottenham, by the way? Can I ask you this?
Oh my God, bro.
Oh,
I'm afraid of the manager.
I think Tottenham finished third. I think Tottenham will be in the title race, and then they like.
I think
us two will just go, and then
I think it's the same with us.
But I think they'll finish third.
I feel like with Tottenham's summer, everyone's saying Tottenham have had a really, really good transfer window. I don't think they've had a good transfer, amazing. They haven't had a bad transfer window. What I would say is every single player they've bought, instantly gets an extra 2 points put on it because it's under Conte. So it's like it's not like it's not like Linglet is an amazing defender, but it's like, you know what, Linglet under Conte, all right, that might, and that's the same with every player. It's basically it's not because I've said to a few Tottenham fans, all right, if you take the signings you've made this summer and make them last summer under Nuno, would that have been a good transfer window? And they're like, I'm like, exactly, it's Conte. Everything is Conte. I would have been more. Here's what I say on Tottenham. If Tottenham would have got Bastoni, or if Tottenham would have moved quickly and got Koulibaly before Chelsea did, I think either of them two under Conte would have made me take Tottenham a lot more serious. I still don't think they're strong enough at the back.
At the back.
Yeah. Dye's not.
Midfield, though.
And midfield, I don't think. Look, up top. Let's all be real. Up top, we can't knock them up top. In midfield, right? So, Basuma will improve them. Basuma, I think, will make Højbjerg look better now. I think Højbjerg's a good defender, but he needed someone alongside him. But I still don't. I think they're lacking in midfield. To be honest with you, I think if you put Tottenham's midfield up against a City or a Liverpool midfield right now, it's not saying much. It's not saying much.
Yeah.
First 11, maybe, but
first 11, they're strong, especially Harry Kane and Richarlison. So that's a good. That's a good.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't. Yeah, best on form, on paper, it's the best front three. Kulusevski, Son, and Kane on paper is on form, not even on paper. On form is the best front three in world football at the moment. Yeah. On paper, on form. But you know,
Harry Kane will do good this season.
What happened? Tottenham, and someone said to me, Tottenham will take more points against the Big Six. But I'm like, well, they take points off of us every fucking season anyway, so it doesn't impact us. They'll still make the mistakes that Liverpool and City don't make. I think they'll still make those mistakes, and I think that'll. No, you lot don't need to worry. Look, as a City fan, I'm not worried. I don't think Liverpool should be worried. I don't think Liverpool should be worried of them at all.
Yeah.
United, not worried on United.
United are in the gutters.
Oh God, United.
Finishing sixth. They're finishing sixth again.
Arsenal looking good. I think Arsenal with Jesus. I think a lot of people tell Jesus,
He scored 2 hat-tricks in pre-season, Jesus.
Listen.
I would love him at Liverpool.
Jesus is my guy, right? Jesus is, and one of the things I've said is I'm so happy he went this season where City's fan base, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying City's fan base don't appreciate him, but some of our fan base didn't until this season. And I've been the biggest fan. You see the way you lot are a big fan of Bobby Firmino, yeah?
Yeah.
You appreciate everything he
everything we do.
That's me and Jesus, right? That is, and I've had a hard time because the minute he started getting linked with Arsenal, I've been on every Arsenal channel with them asking me, they'll get to this point of going, can he score X number of goals for us? And I'm like, listen, if you want an answer to that, the only way I can answer it is when he arrived at City and we put him straight in. Yeah, smash the likes, people. When he arrived at City and we put him straight in the team through the middle, he scored 9 in 11, right? Then he got injured, and then after that, he was playing second fiddle to Aguero, where he'd only ever get a run of maybe 3 games, then get dropped, or he was playing wide right. So if I go on the time where he's been played through the middle, he can be clinical. But this can't be like you treated Lacazette, where he arrived, and for 6 months you put him on the bench. You basically bought a gunman, took the straps off him, then expected him to go and body people. You can't take straps off someone for 6 months and expect them to headshot because they can't headshot no more, right? Yeah. And that's what you did with Lacazette. You can't do that with Jesus. First game, through the middle. Second game, through the middle. And he will keep scoring, but you need to stick with that. Here's the other thing, though, with Jesus. He's won 4 Premier Leagues. He knows how to play systems. Pep Guardiola, this season, you two are Liverpool fans. Both games before we played Liverpool, he got dropped. Why? Because Pep knows against Liverpool, where you need to press from the front, from the first minute, he plays against Liverpool. And I'm like, listen, if you're looking at the type of players you want in your team, you want the type of players that Pep Guardiola turns to against Liverpool in a title chase and says, you're playing, yeah? And that is Gabriel Jesus. Even if he doesn't score those goals for you, his runs, his intelligence will mean that other players score goals. And that's what they should take from today. He got a hat-trick today, right?
Yeah.
But you see the one he put on the plate for Nketiah?
Yeah.
Bro, imagine that he could have scored 4. He's still trying to get the Arsenal lot to love him, and he put it on the plate for a younger because it was like, nah, your confidence, you need this, bro. Have that. That is a confident player when you're putting shit on a plate for another man when you can score.
Bro.
It's slightly worrying me we let him go. Not gonna lie. If he outscores Haaland, it's kind of a bit like, oh, fuck's sake.
Bro, I think he can outscore Alan and Nunez. I think this system run Arsenal built for him.
Yeah.
With Saka supporting.
Yeah.
With
it's not good for us.
Other guys.
He scored 6 goals in pre-season. He scored 2 hat-tricks already and demolished Sevilla.
Jesus,
he's so
I tell you that. Jesus, bro, like City fans, them say, them appreciate him more now.
Yeah.
Just 100%. Like I appreciate Bobby Firmino, know what he bring to the team. I always want Jesus playing at Liverpool as a number 9. You understand? I think him better than Firmino, you know.
But remember when he arrived, 19 years old, Pep dropped Aguero for him?
Yeah.
That isn't, and anyone that thinks...
Look at him stats. Look at him stats for City. Every season score over 15 plus score.
The other thing is, yeah, that apparently City's board, when they look at players, and in particular him, they went to his lower schools. They were asking for school reports at every level because they wanted to understand the guy's mentality. And that's something I say, and I've been saying in particular over the whole Rafinha, Richarlison, Jesus conversation. I'm like, listen, you got to understand, this guy arrived at Manchester City as a young Brazilian, already playing for Brazil, 19 years old, right? He's had to play second fiddle pretty much his whole time there, yeah? Have you ever heard him moan once? Ever heard that guy moan? And then when Pep calls on him in big games, he comes on and performs. That's the type of mentality that that is the type of mentality that Klopp and Pep hire. That is the type of mentality that the one thing I'll say for Arteta, that's the type of mentality Arteta is now looking for. That might be the type of mentality that now Ten Hag looks for. Previously, these other big teams, they ain't been buying players with mentalities like that. And these mentalities, we spoke on Bernardo Silva. You know what? I'll speak on Salah now. After Salah signed his deal, yeah, and you lot were going on tour of Thailand, do you think Salah needed to go and play? Did he fuck? Right? Did he fuck? I've seen so many tours of America where Aguero doesn't even go, right? But you know what? Salah turned up and put in a performance and looked fit as shit. And they're the type of players you want that ultimately just want to play football, want to win every single game. Doesn't matter if it's a Community Shield, doesn't matter if it's a Bangkok trophy, whatever it is, they want to win every single game. You'll find a lot of these players like Aubameyang back then, Ozil back then, or if we move over to Man United, Rashford, Martial until the season that just wouldn't have that in them. They don't have that mentality. And this is the difference with Jesus, man.
Jesus, man, he's going to be good, man. I just hope he can
Keep
prove a lot of people wrong.
Yeah.
And thing. I think he's a very good signing. Arteta love him. And thing. I think he's going to be good for Arsenal. And think so. Let us see what's going to happen.
So, can I ask you one last question?
For sure.
As a Jamaican. So, while I was on holiday, I met a Villa fan, and we were talking about Villa. I was surprised because I was saying, "Have you not had quite a quiet summer?" And he was like, "Nah." I started listing the players they've bought. But there's one player that interests me because when he signed for them, it was like, we don't even need Jack Grealish because we've got Bailey coming. And Bailey has had a very, very, very
good pre-season.
Quiet first season, but I heard pre-season he's been cooking. I heard a goal he scored the other day, literally picked up, rounded everyone and scored.
Yeah,
what are you
United.
saying on him? Against United, didn't it? Yeah. What are you saying on him? Because you probably
he scored today. He scored a brilliant goal again. Yeah.
Okay.
So all right. So Bailey injury problem kind of mess him up. But this season, I saw it on him father Instagram vomit out him tribe. He have him running the Suns in Jamaica over Elcha, eating a lot of good food, preparing him, doing a lot of work half season and stuff. Him not getting a break. I want to tell you too, he was looking great for Jamaica. The last 3 games Jamaica play, before the after the Premier League season done, him play against Mexico, score a brilliant goal against Mexico, and Suriname, him put in a good performance. So him have 3 solid games. Him last 5 games for Jamaica was solid. I think Leon Bailey this season, if he can keep fit, I think he's going to be a great replacement for Jack Grealish. They will see it. Villa fans will see it. Right? They will see it this season. And confident. Gerard give him a lot more confidence this season. Gerard said, "This is the player I know, the Leon Bailey. I want him to just to be himself and stuff."
Did he have a big injury then? Was it a big injury he had?
Yeah, no, him not, but him have 2, think of the same injury. I think him have I think him anchor or something like that. I don't remember, but he have 2 major injury before when him go at Villa and stuff, and them keep kind of act up.
I know his dad's a part because I remember the whole move. His dad was heavily involved in the move as well, so it makes sense that his dad fixed him up. It's just there's a few players. There's another one. Who's the other one that Everton were linked with that started the season really well and then dropped off?
Demaric.
No, not at Everton. Everton have been looking at him. The Burnley guys, Cornet.
No, the Everton signed the left back for Burnley.
No. But they've been looking at Cornet as well from Burnley. Can you remember him? He started the season really, really well, then dropped off a bit.
Oh no, Corner, yeah.
Corner. Where's another one that interests me?
Corner's a Burnley. He's a left wing back of Burnley, but he's obviously Burnley relegated, so Corner wants to leave.
Company's managing Burnley now.
Yeah, Company.
He's done a great job so far. I'll go 1-0 win first.
I want to tell you too, I watch Company in the Anglet, a Jamaican player named Kemar Taxiderms usually play for him.
Okay.
And I can watch all the game in Belgium. And I think I woke up on 2 games that I see Vincent Kompany. I'm telling you, bro. Like, this boy is a born leader, long time, you know.
Oh yeah. I'm just massively, especially after the Ollie thing. I need to see him to do huge things at a lot of clubs. Probably the same as you feel about Gerrard before they come near my club, because I love him too much. Like he's not our best player of all time, but he's my favourite City player of all time, just because he was our captain through everything. But I need to see it now. I love with you, Jamaican man. Yeah, you proper follow all of them. So there's one name I'm interested to see if you know about. Jordan Brave for City.
Jordan Brave.
He's just left us, young lad.
No, I don't know, but
keep a lookout for him, because he was very highly regarded at City, very, very highly regarded, to the point where about a season and a half ago he got promoted. Every now and again we promote players to train with the elder lot, but he fell out. I think his attitude pissed off a couple of players, and then he fell out with the youth team manager, and he got loaned out. And I know he's left us this summer, but the fact that 2 years ago he was being put up with, he was being very, so have a look out for him, because he's being spoke of very, very highly, very highly.
Well, I want to ask you a question now
Go on.
about my Jamaican leader, Captain Punisher. You know nothing about
Who's
her?
Who's your captain? I don't know.
She captain the Reggae Girls, man. She play for Manchester City.
Oh, for real? Does she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm not
can
going to
punch
sit here and act like I watch all the City females. I'm a big fan of female football. My brethren's daughter's just been signed by Aston Villa. She's 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's going on with women's football is beautiful, because you know what, England women have been playing better football than England men for about 10 years. But so she plays for England, does she?
No, she plays for Jamaica. She captain a Jamaican girl.
What's her name?
She named Punisher, man. It's
yeah. I've heard, fucking hell, fully heard of her. Yeah, I didn't know she was Jamaican.
Bro,
okay.
She's a beast, bro. And this season for City, she coming off the bench most of the time. But this summer, you're going to see the real Punisher. I think City signed her last year.
Yeah, and last summer, I know that City signed a lot of young talent, a lot, to the point where obviously Chelsea are dominant, but female Chelsea fans were saying this is dangerous. City are signing all the young talent for the next 10 years. We started the season off really, really badly. We ended it really strongly. I think we ended up coming 3rd, but we won most of our.
I think you guys win the FA Cup. City win the FA Cup.
Yeah. We had a good season, but it was a good second half. We started the beginning of the season off a bit like Man United after they signed Ronaldo, Varane and Sancho. It was that type of, everyone expected us to do bits and we were really, really bad. But so I'll keep a lookout for her. So how did you lot do in the World Cup? Or were you?
She qualified the team for the World Cup.
What, single-handedly? Yaya Toure vibes.
She bad, bro. She bad.
Okay.
I'm telling you. For instance, City by her, I tell you, she was the top goal scorer in the league a couple of seasons ago. She tear it up, Punisher. I'm telling you, she bad.
I've heard the name. 100% heard the name. But
Sterling on her part, don't City.
Yeah.
But Bridging, is a pleasure to have you, Bridging. I
100%,
appreciate
100%.
it.
You know what? It's good to speak to people that fucking come at me on other platforms, yeah. To actually, and I can't believe that of all the days that I've come on your channel, it's the day that you were fucking coming at me on fucking Instagram.
Yeah. I give you a follow same time, then put me in the group and thing. I give you a follow on Instagram.
Bro, the worst time to get me is straight after games if we've lost, fucking hell, especially when we've lost to Liverpool.
Yeah, but you don't last many games, man. Come on, man.
I know, bro, but you know what? I used to be able to take losing well. We used to lose all the time. It was just normal. No.
Yeah, but no, bro, I'm telling you, bro, that Champions League final kind of humble me still, you know? And may I tell you, say, every moment I eat right now, Bridging, as a City fans, no, bro, no make nobody tell you and steal a joy, brother. Enjoy it, brother.
Oh, 100, bro. It could go tomorrow. This is what I've always said since we got took over. We can't take it for granted. My whole life, 25 years of my life, 23, 24 years of my life, I couldn't really the most I celebrated, I always keep a program in here somewhere, yeah. The most I celebrated as a kid at Main Road before we moved, yeah, was when Man United didn't win the league to Blackburn, right? And we had a party at Main Road that day, just because Man United didn't win the league. That was the most we got to celebrate. I've just got back from Portugal, and I was staying right by a pub where I remember going to watch the playoff final against Gillingham, where we got promoted to the Championship, not to the Premier League, to the Championship. Yeah, that is what my childhood was made of. So when these owners have come along and given us all this success, I love every single second of it, and I'm happy enough now that I think they've built an infrastructure that will never change. But even before they built the infrastructure, I was like, you know what? If we win 1-2 Premier Leagues and then they fuck off with all their money and they go and invest it into Scunthorpe, Tranmere, whoever the hell they invest it in, and another group of fans get to live what I've just lived. Like, my best memory in my life, I've got 5 best memories. 3 of them involve Manchester City, right? One was watching them win the first Premier League with my dad before he passed away. The second was this season. And no, in fact, sorry. Three, and the third was my daughter being born. Sorry, that was it. But yeah, I got to see Manchester City lift a trophy before my dad passed away, and for me, I will thank the owners for that forever, man. Forever, I will carry that to my grave. Like so. Only time I've seen my dad cry. Only time I've seen my dad cry is when we won the league.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have to big up the City fans, and because I'm telling you, bro, like I have so many. My son, actually, big man thing. My son came to Canada.
Is that where you're based, Canada?
Yeah, I'm in Canada. And
whereabouts?
Toronto.
Yes, I came there 2018 for Caravana.
Yeah,
Ooh,
was sick. It's Carnival now. Today, tomorrow, and think Monday.
Well,
so for me tell you, say, other City fans, seriously, bro, like him come here and me say to him, say, which team you support? And me I say to him, say, you know, say, a Liverpool you support. And him I say, no, daddy, I am a City fans. I say, you're mad. You're crazy. Bridging, the man going in suitcase and take out a City jersey.
Ooh, my man. Is that Sterling though? Slightly. That's Sterling's relevant to that, yeah.
Bro, I don't. I ask him where him I say Ryan. Him say Dad, City is a team. They're winning.
Yeah, that is relevant. We can't ever downplay. I always say that.
And also,
before the age of about 7. Yeah, before the age of 7, 8, 9. Yeah, a kid will support a team based on how good they play football and what they win. It's older than that. It's a bit like you can't do that. But when you're a kid, you are going to support a team that play good football. It makes perfect sense. Like,
one time, even to them in the car, and I said, Daddy, what I watch? I watch Liverpool. I say, see it, should I there celebrate? I said, no, Dad, I'm fine. I'm City. Straight up the man tell me, brother. If me the man there, I try convince him and say, yo, City, Liverpool, comes up, I buy a Liverpool. Him say, no. Seriously.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, I've said this on a few streams. If one or two people clip it up and try and adapt it to suit agendas. So, my mum remarried when I was 3. So my mum was born in London. My real dad was born in London. My real dad supports Watford. Well, supported. He's passed away. So I was actually, my first ground I was taken to was Vicarage Road, like when I was 2 years old or something, by my real dad. Then my mum remarried when I was 3 and moved to Manchester. And probably for like 2 years, I had my dad in Manchester that raised me, buying me City shirts. And I'd get through the post every now and again for my dad in London, a Watford shirt. And it was kind of like, probably for a year or so, I'd wear both. And then after that, because I was living in Manchester, the Watford ones were just being kind of like put to one side and it was City. But yeah, same. So do you think he'll change or do you think he's just City? I hope he don't change.
No, like, I try already and think. Even him look at that. She said Chelsea are a fair team. So
Chelsea?
Yeah.
My daughter tried that the other day in the car. She heard Chelsea. There's a girl in Barbie. There's a girl in Barbie called Chelsea, and she was like, "I like that name." I'm like looking at her like, "Nope, not happening. Can't happen." But she don't really like football, to be fair.
I'm telling Jersey boys, I'm trying to make my son to turn, and he will never budge. You know, so I'm not pressure him. I'm just leaving.
You need to show him, like, I don't know, both the Champions League games against us. You know, when you fucking demolished us in both legs. Show him something like that or something.
No, I try for sure him another thing, but him not budge, man.
Leave him be, Ron. Leave him be.
I'm more than happy with him staying a blue, but I can understand that would be. Thank God I haven't got a son yet, because if my son, I think that's the pain of Arsenal fans at the moment, bro. These Arsenal fans, all their kids aren't wanting to support Arsenal, and all Man United. Look, all Man United fans, their kids aren't wanting to support. Listen, if you think about it, you see the Man United Liverpool rivalry, and although City are in the same city as Manchester, we've never really been seen as a rival to either of you because we just weren't as good. I said this on Coppish yesterday. If you deep it, the next generation, that's how they're going to see Man United. The way people used to see Man City. That now Liverpool and City are the two teams fighting it out. United are this team that, like, they're nowhere near. No one cares about them. We're not even sure if they're finishing in the top 4. That's how.
Just like how Arsenal did to Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United. You remember that, Bradley?
Yeah, exactly.
And May I tell you, the Man United are going to follow to the manager again because they have too much ego. Bro, may I tell you the truth? More want it mash up, bro. More him for change the next manager again, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
You think Ten Hag's getting sacked?
No, he's not, bro. This is what I've said. Ten Hag will walk before he gets sacked, but there is a chance he might walk if he doesn't get what he wants. They won't sack him. They can't sack him. They sack him, the fan base is gone. The fan base will fucking riot. But if they don't give him what he wants, I wouldn't rule out him walking. Look, let's be real. There's only one reason why Ten Hag is at Man United right now, and that's because Klopp and Pep are both very comfortable and wanting to stay. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed that United contract. He would have waited for City or Liverpool. But he knows that right now, Pep and Klopp ain't going nowhere. So he had to take the United role. Otherwise, I don't think he would have took it. He would have waited for City or Liverpool.
Them in too much bangarang, brother. Jersey boy. Mm-hmm. I think too much ego and the big, you know what? At Liverpool and Man City own the two biggest ego them, Pep and Klopp.
Yeah. United have got real problems, man. They've got real problems. They're so obsessed with De Jong. Their plan A is De Jong. So if they don't get De Jong, they're looking to have McFred as the field. And
one time every City
player win a single midfield battle.
And Jersey boy, one time every player City link with Man United link with them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. They were doing that for seasons.
And it always backfire upon them.
We all know this season is going to be probably 9-0 to Liverpool, 9-0 to City against United.
Do you know what? I'm going to be honest here. I do like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I'm seeing, but I can respect what I'm seeing. Like the Martial thing, I've never been the biggest fan of him, but it wasn't that I didn't think he had ability. I just thought it wasn't being drawn out of him or his attitude. Something wasn't right. But I feel like this season, him going on loan was massive because ultimately he's always had excuses at United, whereas they loaned him out and he was shit. So he can't say, oh, it's the club, because he's like, no, bro, we loaned you out. You were shit there as well. And he can't say, oh, it's the coach, because no, bro, we've gone and got like one of the world's best coaches. You can't say. It's ultimately this season is down to Martial to prove himself. He's coming of age now. He has to prove to the world that he's the player he can be. And you know what? So far, the way Ten Hag seems to be managing him, it's working. The biggest thing is going to be, we don't know what's happening with Ronaldo, right? If Ronaldo stays, then Ten Hag faces such a difficult decision because Martial through the middle has been cooking. He's looking confident, playing every game. He's getting better. If Ronaldo stays, you know that if you drop him, which you should, and you should not put him straight back in the team, he might cause some issues in the dressing room. But hopefully Ten Hag, well, not hopefully, again, I hope it doesn't happen, but if Ten Hag has managed his pre-season correctly, his squad will have a big enough bond to not really give a shit about Ronaldo throwing toys out the pram and just be like, nah, Martial's our gunman and we're sticking with him. And Ronaldo, you can throw your toys out the pram, but you turned your back on us. You wanted to leave. So you're not part of this squad no more. And we're not gonna back you. They should be like that, but some of them will probably still side with... I mean, Bruno ain't going to turn his back on Ronaldo, is he?
Yeah, I know.
He can't, bro. Or he's dropped. He's not going to the...
Ever since Ronaldo's come to United, Bruno's been absolutely shit.
He looks shook, innit, of his big role.
I saw him today playing against Atletico Madrid. The guy, they was out there playing with 10 men. Awful. Fernandes is awful, man. Fine.
I feel like Fernandes is like a confidence player, maybe, and really not that good as an actual technical footballer. And even with like penalties, you can tell he's knowing Ronaldo's looking over his shoulder thinking he better not fucking miss this, because I wouldn't miss this, and Bruno's missing it. And like everything, I just feel like now there's a lot of pressure on Bruno to be as good technically as the other players around him. And it's like, ultimately, you're not as good technically as the other players around you. His mentality, when he was scoring, his mentality was really, really good. I truly believe Ronaldo embedded in this Portugal squad a different mentality. I spoke on Bernardo Silva, Diaz when he landed. You can look at a lot of Portuguese players seem to have this winning mentality that they've probably got from Ronaldo. Bruno probably had that. But now when it's actually, all right, this isn't just about mentality, let's see you ball. I don't think Bruno can ball. I don't think he can. I think his days are numbered because I think there's something in Van der Beek. I think Van der Beek will be good.
And you got Ericsson. Ericsson could take his place.
There we go. Ericsson can take his place. Do you know what? I'll put it out there. If you look at the players that City were after and United stole from us, right? Alexis Sanchez. Well, no one can tell me that Alexis Sanchez was not a fucking baller. Yeah. Fred, right? City wanted Fred. Before Rodri, we wanted Jorginho. Before Jorginho, Pep wanted Fred. Yeah. So I'm not having that Pep didn't see something in Fred that is very, very good. Yeah, but it's just not being utilised correctly. Ten Hag
is a good attacking player.
There must be something. I don't know. It's the same as when I speak on Nunez. Yeah, I don't believe Klopp has gone and spent 85 million on a player that literally can just score goals. I don't believe it. He wouldn't have got the agreement from the boards. Yeah, when Pep and Klopp sign players, it's for a reason. That's why United were trying to get the jump on these players. So even Maguire, to be fair, we wanted Maguire. I don't know, maybe Pep saw something in him. But with Fred, I think Fred could be all right. I think Van der Beek could be all right. I think Sancho will cook because Sancho is a good player. I think Rashford's head's gone. I was at the airport before I flew out, and I was looking at I was trying to find a book for my daughter. And in the kids' book section, there's Rashford books. Marcus Rashford books, yeah. Now, one of my friends said they're actually really good. They're really good. They're about mental health for children, which is great, and I'm a massive advocate for. But that starts to kind of tell me, because I obviously, again, the school dinners thing, I thought that was amazing. But you see that, then you see he's writing books, and you're thinking, hold on a second, you ain't no 33-year-old player that's close to retirement. This should be the peak of your career, and you're spending all this time doing that. I think Rashford is gone. But
from that,
anyway,
bring him back and look him back. You must know.
Was he ever good? though? Was he ever really that good?
Yeah, when him just start out, he looked like a live wire. And a Van Gaal, he were looking good, but since it's like he turned an ambassador, you see them whole heap of pressure here. A lot of people, you need people around him to advise him the right and the right and thing. But yeah. But bro, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, Bridget.
Nah, pleasure to come on, man. Pleasure to come on and get to know you both. And yeah, late night stream, but boy, that music's just calmed me massively. That music is just elite.
Yeah, you still hear it?
Yeah, bro. I've heard it the whole time. It's just calming. I could never turn Aggie like I did on Coppish that time with that music in my head. Yeah, I'm like, you could just say, Daps, listen to the music for 5 seconds. I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm on holiday again.
Yeah. But people, I just pin him in YouTube channel down in the comment section. So I know it's late, it's a bad time to stream, and people.
No, it's not, it's sometimes quite a good time, bro. And what's the time where you are?
It's 11 o'clock. 23 past 11.
And where are you, Jersey? Is it Jersey boy?
Yeah,
yeah. Right now, same as you. I'm 4:23 in the morning.
Oh, so you?
Yeah, UK. Yeah,
Is it
4:23 in the morning. Oh yeah, I just realised it's 4:20.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise it was 4. I thought it was like 1 and 1
because I've just got home from the airport. I had to sleep on the plane, to be fair, so I'm all right. But damn.
Yeah, bro, it's a pleasure, bro. I watched your show last night with you and Gypsy.
Yeah,
it was a good show. No, the one on your channel.
I'll never fail. Well, I'll definitely get you both on Never Fail, man. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Just message me. You can message me on Instagram. Just win him there. I'm going to put my number in there.
Yeah, lovely. I'll let me take that. But yeah, no, I really appreciate you having me on last minute. Do you know what? Although I did a couple of streams on a balcony and whatever on holiday, I've missed it. I love doing it, man. So, and anyone that is watching this as well, if I could just ask one favor, if you can, go on Big Six YouTube channel. So go on Turkish London's YouTube channel and go on the Big Six stream from last Wednesday. And at the top, there's a vote button. And there's a voting for who the next Man City representative, because my friend Steve's stepping aside for a while.
Yeah.
Stepping aside. So if you could give me a vote, I would appreciate it massively.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
I'm going to do that too.
Love. It's only, you don't have to do it now, but anyone that's watching this back, if you could, I really appreciate it. And I promise you I will be as respectful to Liverpool as I possibly can be until Grizz talks some crap, and then I might change.
Grizz is a man, you know, it smartly, you know,
yeah, very clever. Yeah,
clever when it come on to for this, him not gonna this out one now, but he will dick very neatly. Big Six all is a problem in the Big Steve all is a problem. So you look a dickhead, you know, you always try to diss me and look a quiet.
Those two, but it's the way they are. They're very, so of all of them, although I do stuff with Matisse, Grizz lives quite close to me, and Steve, obviously me and Steve go to games together, go to Europe together, and actually friends away from this. But those two are very similar. They're very, you know what it is? When you're a Liverpool and City fan, let's be honest, it makes shows a little bit easier, innit? You can be a little bit more cocky and sit back and watch what's going on and pick your times when you want to. Like Steve's done a few shows in here, and I just watch him. He sits back for like half hour and doesn't say a word because he's just like, not my time. And he'll pick his time to jump in. And it's the same. I'll watch Arsenal fans speaking. Sorry, it seems like I've got a problem with Arsenal, but I'll watch Arsenal fans speaking, and then think, do you know what? I've had enough. I can't take this no longer. You lot are talking too much, and like talking on clubs you shouldn't be talking to at the moment. And then eventually I'll just have to speak. But yeah, if you could do that, really appreciate it. But, I'm going to get you both.
The stream. Do you
remember what stream it is? I'm trying to find it.
It's the one on Wednesday, so it would have been
the last one.
Yeah, it would have been.
It's the one that Steve came back on. Right?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's it.
Is there a link or something I need to find?
So if you go on it, hold on, let me just find it. It's on Turkish London, and then it's the first one, and then if you go on live chat, and then it's at the very top of live chat.
Okay, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that's it. I appreciate that massively.
Oh, there we go. I see. There you go. There it is.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to vote for the other guys, vote for the other guys, man. They're good. They're equally as good, and both friends as well. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I've done it. Voted for you. All good.
Ryan, you go and enjoy Carabana, man.
Nah, the kids man. The kids
Oh, what clubs did I go to? I went to one at the end of. There's one like. I still get emails from them now. It's a pool party, and it's right on the like on the river or whatever it is.
I share the link in our Liverpool WhatsApp group, sir.
That was crazy, and I went to some mad clubs over there, man. I'm not gonna lie, I need to get back to Toronto. Beautiful city. It's very, very, very English like.
Yeah.
Even the people over there.
I need to come over, bro, and stop.
I will. As I said, I'm talking to my dad about it. I'm going to the USA next week for music stuff. So.
Oh, nice. Honestly, Toronto's beautiful, and it's very. You love English over there, innit?
Yeah. Only different. Toronto are the most in Canada are the most different language.
Yeah. I remember the first night when we got there, we went to a club, and we literally we'd got there quite late. Went to a club. And firstly, we were in the queue, and my bedroom's like, I had sunglasses on because I was so tired, and my bedroom's like pointing with his head at some chicks, yeah. And I've looked at one and gone, yeah, she's all right, and she looked peng. I'm not gonna lie, she looked peng. I was like, she's all right. He goes, no, not her. The other one looked. He goes, look down. I was like, what? Anyway, got in there. And this was when that Drake and Giggs rhythm had come out, and obviously it had Drake. You know what one I'm talking about? Yeah. Drake and Giggs, yeah. So that was playing, and obviously everyone in there, mainly Canadians, knew the Drake bit. And then the minute the Giggs bit came on in his English accent, the whole club went mad, and we were looking at each other like. Then we realised everyone over there loves English rap.
Yeah.
Proper loves English rap. It's mad. Because I guess over here sometimes we think. Canadians will naturally look to America, but they don't, do they? When it comes to
English,
English.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely, man, I will catch up with you on your show. And
love, 100%.
And thing, I just send him a number so we can. You're on WhatsApp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can.
In fact, you know what? Let me take that right now.
Yeah.
You know what? In fact, I'm going to put mine in because you'll probably make it make sense more than I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. And we chewed the fat for a while. Still, it's 4:30.
Yeah.
I just realised it's 4:30 in the morning. Jesus.
Well, it's all right. You guys should be celebrating. You've won the Community Shield.
Yeah, it's good, man. I was happy I won it. I'm happy I won it, but I want to win the big one, man. So I hope you guys not being good so great, bro.
All I care about is the good performance, and that's the only thing I care about.
More Premier League, but City, man. But it seems like. How do you set up your shooter? You realize where your camera is at? Where your camera is at?
Huh?
Your camera there up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good setup.
You know what? It's about to change. I'm about to move it all inside and get a new setup, a lot bigger. Although I can fit probably about 6 people in here round. I've got like a U-shaped chair in here.
Where you sit on at? Where you sit at? What you sit at?
It's a mess in here, so I'll send you a video. It's a mess in here right now. I've just got back, literally, and walked into a mess. But I'll send you a video of the whole setup in here. But I'm about to move it, and it's about to become about 4 times better. So
yeah,
in time for the World Cup.
Yeah, I don't know if you sit back like this where you can relax and.
Oh, bro, I'm not sat. I'm stood. I'm stood up now.
Wow.
Oh, you
And
got
this is-
standing desk.
Well, no, but bro, this is a thing, yeah. So first season of doing YouTube, I used to sit down, and my energy sometimes would just get a bit like, and then I changed the angles and everything, and I sat up, and on some streams, people get really pissed off about the fact that I'm standing up, yeah. And I'm like, I don't get why you're pissed off about me standing up, yeah.
They probably want you comfortable. Sit.
But if I sit down, yeah, my energy sometimes, if I sit down and say I've got a rival fan on coming at me, I'll just be like, you know what, whatever, man, I can't be bothered with this. Whereas if I'm stood up, you know, in sales jobs, sometimes standing up because your energy stays the same. But here's the more important thing. Sometimes I start streaming at 2 in the afternoon. The other day I was going from 2 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning. I did about 8 different streams on different channels. My feet and my legs are better than they have ever been because, like, this is exercise ultimately, isn't it? I'm standing on my feet. It's proper helping me, but it's mainly the main reason I do it. It keeps my energy high. If I sit down, I'll fall asleep.
For example,
Sometimes I didn't make Jersey Boy know that. Me and Jersey Boy do streams together. It's like how Jersey Boy sit back like that. I don't know if the camera can come and look a bit more closer to this.
My camera's on the monitor.
Yeah. And I realize
I use a very good webcam, but my webcam cannot really slot into anything. So I just put on the TV.
I do sometimes.
I've put a TV right in my face for you to see me closer. Or use OBS virtual camera. And then
OBS is proper. But so like now I can do.
Can like zoom into like
zoom in and whatever to show whatever's in the background. And if I get bored on streams or someone's pissing me off, like I've done it on
I've seen it. It's good.
Before.
It's good.
If someone's there's my whiteboard. I'm filling up my whiteboard at the moment with hot takes for the summer. But that's
bro. Like I love background, bro. I love when my background look good.
Well, yours is good, man. Yours is good. It's sort of green screens. As long as people do green screens properly, you've done it properly. Some people do green screens really badly.
No, I don't do green screen.
Oh, is that your actual background? That's your actual background.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. That's good, man. That's a proper background.
We only do it for the watch-alongs where I do all the graphics for Ryan. I do the whole virtual studio and stuff. Like kind of like
OBS. Do you use OBS for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the whole one of the things I've because this is separate to my house. I have to use TP Link to get the network out here, which drops it to like upload of 30 and download of like 120. But I'm now hardwired, and when I move into that, I'm moving everything inside. That will get me downloads about 900, uploads of about 300, and then I will start using OBS properly, because I didn't want to start using OBS until I've got a powerful bandwidth.
Yeah, that's because then you start doing OBS virtual camera and you start getting bad quality and you start lagging and stuff.
Yeah. So right. Anyway, I will let you guys go because I talk too much. That's one thing, if you ever get me on shows, understand that I talk way too much, and you need to control me, or I will talk for England.
No, it's all right. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm gonna sleep.
No, but me love talk too. So you know what I mean. It's good to know that sometimes you have somebody we can talk to that in a Japanese. I like my.
It's one to know though. To always know if you ever because I will come back on whenever you need me, but always know if you're looking for them hour-long shows, you have to control me massively, otherwise it won't be an hour-long show.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man, but it's a pleasure to link up with you and stuff.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Definitely
a pleasure.
Well, now, pleasure to both. Listen, I'm going to leave you to wrap up and everything, and I'll catch up with you soon. I've dropped my number in there. You've seen it, yeah?
Yeah, I see it.
Cool.
I'm going to give you a message probably a morning when it.
Yeah, all right, cool. Say no more. Bless. And everyone watching this, smash the likes right now. Get the likes up to 100. They must be close to there now anyway, but get them up to
people,
100.
come on, smash the like button, people. Come on.
Never fail. Subscribe now as well, please. Bless. I'll leave you, man.
All right, night apps.
Respect, man. Jersey boy, man. We have a busy season ahead. Good to know that we still have almost over 20 people still watching. So that means people love the conversation. So people, if you haven't liked the video, please, begging you. People, tomorrow we're going to do a watch along. We're going to do a lot of Liverpool stuff. Prediction coming tomorrow. We'll probably do match week 1 for Premier League prediction.
Because we got the preview. We got the Liverpool preview on Monday.
Yeah, Monday, 2 o'clock.
Because the reason is normally we do them close to the game, but it's because I'm away in the USA. That's why I want to do it a bit early. And we'd have completed pre-season, so we would know what the squad is. But yeah, we're doing a watch along tomorrow, 7 o'clock UK time against Strasbourg. People be wondering why is there 2 games in 2 days, 1 day? It's because against Strasbourg, we're going to be playing the backup. So the players that didn't play a lot today, like maybe a bit of Harvey Elliott, Carvalho will play, I think. We'll get Morton, Mabea, Chambers, all the youngsters. And it'll be a good chance to see the youngsters prove themselves around.
Yeah. I see a lot of youngsters get them game today.
I'm looking forward to see Mabea because I think he's like and I really do hope Kalvin Ramsey's fit because obviously I'd like to see him play.
He's back in training at yet?
I don't know. But it's I'm really looking forward to it. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this match review for Liverpool 3, Manchester City 1. We'll be back tomorrow 7 p.m. for a watch along of Liverpool versus Strasbourg. The Liverpool C team, and then we'll be back on, and then we'll be doing a Premier League predictions match week 1. Then we got the Fulham preview, and then I'll be gone for a little bit. Won't be available for any Liverpool content or any content whatsoever. But I'll be back 10th of August or so, and we'll go through the games and stuff like that. So, anything else to say, Ron?
Yeah, thank you, man, for staying up so late, for doing stuff with me and stuff, man. Appreciate it all the time, Bridging. I
feel like I'm going to sleep on stream now because the music, bro.
Anyway, people, big up on yourself. Enough love and respect. See you guys.